Hi everybody, thank you very much for joining us. I'm Cliff Dunn, your Dungeon Master. Welcome to Zealots of Zul. Before we introduce everybody, I want to thank you for last week. I had an important work-related thing outside of the campaign that called me away, so I'll get a chance to thank him on camera in just a moment, but thank you for Alex, who plays Anupam here, for running a campaign. They can't see it. I'm not going to tell you when they can see it, so whatever you're doing. Take your finger out of your nose. That's amazing. You get up to the third knuckle?
I can't be healthy.
Right,
it's all in relaxing the muscles.
Give my regards to Raquel Welch if she's in there. You know. That's an old movie reference you won't get.
Yeah,
Fantastic Voyage. I made that same reference. I'm getting to that age where I'm not only making old movie references but repeating them in the same week. So we'll get to that in just a second. I want to remind everybody before we begin. Of course, we are broadcasting live and later on this week on tape. For those of you that subscribe to our YouTube channel, thank you very much. Also. We are here at the Adventure Game Store and Dragon's Lair in Greater Fort Lauderdale, Davie, Florida, to be precise. Where next Saturday, February 1st, we are happy to be partnering with Brian Dalrymple, the staff owners and fantastic folks here at the Adventure Game Store for their RPG 2020 event, which is going to be a fantastic blowout that will include almost a dozen of the top minds in game design today, presently, and a lot of these folks have been doing it for some time. They're going to tell you about how to get your games designed, how to get your campaigns going, give you ideas on how they themselves jumped into game design and into running campaigns and running various facets of it. And this is from the variety of people, both from the highest level of company game design down to those folks who are helping to run communities of like-minded fans who are both writing fiction and keeping many of the more successful campaign worlds and and their products alive. So we're going to be broadcasting starting at starting at 1 o'clock Eastern time, and you're going to get a live, up-close opportunity to meet these people. And we're really privileged to be partnering with Ryan and the Adventure Game Store. Let's introduce everybody and bring everybody in this week, and we'll get started to bring you up to date for what we've done.
Run the video up first.
Okay, and let's run this. Actually, we're going to run the video and show you what's happening next Saturday here.
No, not that video. The Zul.
Oh, I got you. My bad. All right, sorry. It's all good. Vla magic.
Like Silicon Valley.
I was never on.
Yeah.
We're back. Thank you very much for staying with us. And before we kick things off and bring you back to where the Zealots were when last we played 2 weeks ago, let's introduce everybody. Starting on the array to my immediate this side, we'll start with Mike.
Hello everyone, I am Mike T. I play Atlas, Rogue Extraordinaire of Vanishar.
I'm Scott. I play Arslan. I am a less extraordinary rogue, but in other ways more interesting.
Extraordinary in his own right, I'd say.
Hi, I am Anna. I play Sabine. I am a mysterious bard from maybe somewhere else or here. I guess we'll find out.
Hi, I'm Kyle. I play Kepri, the Kimish Ranger, who is currently guiding our intrepid party through the wastes and attempting to get back with at least 3/4 of the party.
I think that's a reasonable goal.
3/4.
3/4 is the minimum.
Right.
Wow.
Minimum for success.
What do you consider acceptable losses amongst the Zealots? That's the real question, at every adventure we have to ask.
Exactly. The number you think you need to survive yourself to get out. You need bodies around you.
Well, then you also have to have some sort of a calculus whereby, analytics whereby what's the value of a Kepri versus a Sabine, let's say, you know.
Right
it's
now,
like
in
different
this
things, right?
in this exact instance, Kepri puts his calculus at the top.
Gotcha. All right.
I'm
all
keeping
right.
him alive. I was gonna say,
I
I mean, yeah.
But when the hyena men are charging down, and you know it's just Anupam and his stick between you and these, you know,
I mean,
his stock may go up suddenly. You know, he may be a
Uses
blue
stick
chip.
really
before
good.
long.
If he throws a stick, they may chase it.
Exactly.
your
boy.
damn stick.
It's not a stick.
Staff.
And
Anyway,
then you'll
with that
need
being
Sabine afterwards, though, to patch you up. So
That's true. See,
we
everybody
don't have
plays.
value.
Everybody plays a part, guys.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Well,
I'm
I don't
Alex.
know what we need thieves for right now.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's kind of. I mean, I feel like
We're
it's
just
a little bit
extra
more of a
weapons,
power
I think.
shift right here on this side of the table right
Yeah.
now.
Mhm.
We've got an alliance,
Totally
you know, a
true.
zealot alliance
I mean,
on one
We
side.
are totally in agreement.
I mean,
We'll stay in the back.
I was gonna say, like, I mean, how are you gonna stealth in the sand? I'm just saying. I mean, that's well, actually, no, there's a way. Anyway, back on track. So I'm Alex. I play Anupam Dewar. He is a Gudwaran monk, currently trying to get rid of all of those negative emotions that are stemming from his latest visit. From I can't curse on stream anymore, can I? Well, never mind.
You used them all up.
Yes, I have.
You should make it more of a, you know, if it advances the plot. Curse only if it improves the silence, as
Alright.
Gandhi
Sir
said, to
Clown
paraphrase.
I'll call him Sir Clownstick. How about that?
Drop the F-bomb only if it improves the campaign.
All right, fine.
Gandhi.
All right, Mr. Tahir Khan, aka Clownstick. There we go. So yeah, I mean, it's nice. There you go.
Did you go already, Kepri?
Yes, I got my. That's how we introduced the calculus and the worth of the zealots in this exact moment.
All right.
Exactly.
Well, excellent stuff. So, let me just. Sorry.
I was asking how much experience we got last week. Last time. I don't remember what it was.
1,000, I think.
1,000.
Yeah, that brought you up.
Yeah, like we're.
I mean, I don't know that it brought you up. I mean, but yeah, it was a nice round meal.
Yeah.
Did anybody get a level?
I didn't level from it.
Did
No,
anybody level
I'm
up?
halfway.
Yeah, I'm almost.
You're
Well, we were
halfway.
already halfway to the next level.
Yeah, I think this puts us to the halfway point.
I think it puts us over that.
No, you were halfway
We were
to
already
the next
halfway
level.
before.
Yeah, we
so,
were halfway to the next level.
so
Whatever
you've
that
got to
may
be
Like 3/4
maybe halfway.
Yeah, I think
next half.
I think I'm just like this much.
Just a sliver.
Schmidgen.
So let me just bring everybody up to snuff where you all were. This is actually both for the campaign in real time and also dating back to previous permutations of Banisher, which have been running for decades now. This is actually the first time we've gone outside the city for any kind of a long-term sustained adventure. So that's kind of the first. And the
I didn't know there was a world out there.
right.
I assumed we were an island.
Yeah, exactly. An island in space, in blackness, surrounded by those lines of
Right.
whatever grids.
And on top of a turtle.
Right.
Like,
So
I'm tough of a giant.
so when you the Hollow Waste is actually, or the Erg as it's known by the people who live there, is actually inspired by an area on our own Earth known as the Rub al-Khali, or the Empty Quarter in Arabic, which is the lower third of the Arabian Peninsula, and it encompasses about half a dozen territory in about half a dozen countries, including Saudi Arabia. And it's really this large barren waste that for many years was the source of many legends and stories, and it's really a very uninviting place with sand dunes that go as high as 250 feet. So the Howling Waste, as it's called by those on the outside, to draw attention to its inhospitability, is a large area, probably about 500 miles by 500 miles, and it although it is forbidding for people in Vadishar and the Valley of Caliph, if you look at the waste from the other side, from the Coronian Empire side, it was this large expanse of nothing that terminated in the large, very prosperous and green and lush and full of life Valley of Caliph that made it such a very tempting target for the Coronian Empire through hundreds and hundreds of years. And so the place itself is, once you come to the other side of it, and there's Vadishar and those places, it was seen as a place that people might want to add to their own territory, and that's why in previous decades, and less enlightened time, let's say, it was the site of people trying to get through to take over other territory. Now, the last time we met, you had the Zealots had foiled a nasty attack.
Yes.
All your wells are belong to
By
us.
the warriors of Earthalabu.
From henceforth, I will be sleeping in the wagon
Yeah.
with my water. The water kegs are my friends.
You're not
Well,
paranoid,
you'll
are
make them
you?
breakfast in the morning from the way you were holding them.
Not paranoid, are you? I assure you this only happens once in a while.
Right. The first time I come out of the city, set upon by brigands
Place
who...
is horrible, Peppery.
Oh, this place is lovely. Where we're going is going to be horrible.
This entire situation is horrible.
I wouldn't say so. You got to be a hero to the people of the watering hole. Is that not-
Oh good. My deepest hopes for my life have been fulfilled.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that.
I remember crossing when I was 11 or 10 or whatever.
Did you make as much noise as they're making when you were that young?
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, to be fair, you were but a babe then. Are you going to make as much noise as they are now?
Oh, yes. This is horrible
Shut
already.
up, Peppery. We came here for you.
And I am eternally grateful.
But I trust you know what you're doing enough to keep us alive, and we as a group can keep us safe
I'd like to think
from
so.
this point. Now that we know that the risks are always there,
Of course.
our vigilance will change.
This hasn't started well.
It has not. But
Made it here just fine.
And I'm sorry,
we do have our water, and we do have food.
I apologize. I keep going. I didn't mean to.
We do have all our water back.
Yes.
Good.
Non-tainted.
Good.
Peppery, can I just say that
Hmm.
I trust you to get us through this desert implicitly.
I'm glad one of us
Absolutely,
does.
with very little doubt. However, in the off chance that I am wrong, I will haunt you for the rest of your life.
That is fine. That is more than... I have such faith in my skills that I will take that bet until I can find someone to exercise you. But that's neither here nor there. Hey.
I, on the other hand, am going to survive no matter what, and I will hunt you down and kill you.
That's the sun talking.
I think we should get going. We should probably get going.
We should. It will only get hard.
And it's not a good idea to stay in the encampment very long, I don't think. Unless there's something else we need to do here.
Did anyone require any supplies? This is the last stop for good, fair few distance.
Can we secure another wagon with more water?
I'm afraid I've almost beggared myself securing this wagon with water. You're more than welcome to spend your home coin.
I don't know that anyone out here has another wagon just lying around for purchase.
Yes, that is usually the case. Whenever you need a wagon, there's never one around.
Besides,
Okay.
it's bandits more we have to worry about. If people would stop stealing our water, we would actually have enough.
I'm gonna sleep with it. I'll be fine.
That's fine. You do whatever makes you happy.
Good.
It would make me happy if we both slept in the wagon, just saying.
Is there a time we should leave that will make it better or worse? Is it worse to make it to hit it the first day and maximize the sun, or is it better to
By
travel
this
at
time,
night?
you probably should have left already.
You don't want to travel at night. Night is dark and it is very, very cold.
Wait, I thought it was a desert.
It is.
We have a schedule to keep, though.
And we do.
And this place is terrible. It's either very, very hot or very, very cold. There is no comfort here.
I hate to keep his sister waiting.
Just you wait. Just you wait. But yes, we should, if we have all our provisions in order, we should make haste soon. It's about morning.
Should we travel with another caravan or without?
There's nobody else going.
No one else is crossing.
No, we are the caravan.
It's fine. We'll be okay.
So let's pack and roll. Let's get this done.
Let's go.
We have plenty of time to complain and bitch all the way across.
Oh, I'm sure.
You have another 3 days until you get to Fort Zayad.
So 3 days later, we're there.
And so,
If
yes,
only.
exactly. So on the first day, everybody make a survival.
I'm making.
Oh.
I'm the water. I'm in the water.
You are the water.
I'm in the water.
I'm in
making
the
sure I'm
water.
extra hydrated.
Right. So you may have to make an extra, at a negative to avoid getting water loss.
Natural
Is
20.
there such thing as water poisoning?
Yes, there is.
There is.
I'm dirty
There
4.
is.
That's a 10.
All right.
Natural
That's it.
20.
I don't
Whoa, natural 20.
Oh,
Oh,
no. Dirty 4?
A dirty 4?
Yeah, I had to earn that.
You had to earn that. You got to work for it.
was going to a 20 and then
We did the same thing.
That's what I hate about natural 2s, man. It's right next
So
to the 20.
one thing that we can listen, it's okay here. Atlas is a house cat. You know, he's not. He likes the city. He would be the Oliver Douglas in that Green Acres song. You know, or no, you'd be Lisa Douglas.
I was gonna say.
You're Ava Gabor. Right.
Okay.
All right. So
Cultural reference lost on the young.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So you both.
Green Acres is the place for me.
So you both are feeling. I mean, despite your efforts, and I acknowledge. Ball himself would acknowledge that you have done everything you can. You've smeared the ass fat. You. I meant from a donkey, not from the rectum.
From your daddy.
Right. You covered yourself in gauze and keffia, and you are.
That is exactly the first place my mind went
Right,
when
of
you
course
said
it
that.
did. Of course it did. No, I meant from a donkey or pig
Okay,
fat
I
or
was
some
gonna
kind of. Wouldn't be
I was
pig
gonna
fat.
say.
But anyway, so you are you are, but it's just you have a delicate complexion.
I've been in the city too long.
You've been bragging about being descended from kings for so long that you actually have
Believe
the
it.
delicate
Set and salt.
constitution of royal, you know.
Yeah.
So,
There's a reason why I haven't left the city before.
so
In so long.
So your companions and Kepri, you have seen this sort of thing before,
Oh, yeah.
mostly from city dwellers, and they're clearly, kind of
They're having a rough go.
having a rough go of it. A little
Is
nausea.
there such thing as wagon sickness?
Yes. Just be sure to do it out the back.
You might make a survival roll.
Okay.
Roll well.
This will be an easy one though.
Come on.
9. So
Okay, yeah, it was an easy one. So you rolled a 9.
yeah, I rolled a 6 with a 9.
Okay, so it was a dirty 9.
Yeah.
So but you remember sometimes people you could advise them to pick a spot on the horizon.
Yes. There is a trick to alleviate the sickness from the ride. Focus your vision yonder on a point on the horizon. Not only will it keep you steady, it will also give you a goal to work to as we make our way along the featureless, endless plain.
Make a perception roll. Arslan.
10.
Okay. And
Dirty 10.
it's okay. So you kind of focus it.
Your rolls rolled off on me.
And
So mad.
although you kind of realize that this might help your your inner ear imbalance. It'll do nothing for your heat stroke, but still at least it gets your mind off the fact that you're cooking
I'm wrapped
like
up.
a chicken. Right? You're wrapped up. Yeah, you're good.
You know.
Perfect. Right. I'll remember that the next time you roll. But you do for a second, and it could just be the copious sweat that's pouring into your face. But you think you see something on a distant dune.
You said to not pay attention to visions and things, correct?
Well, that depends. What did you see?
there's something out on that dune, and I'm thinking maybe I'm thirsty.
Are you
over
thirsty?
there, like right there. Is there anything there, or is it an illusion?
Make a
of
perception
some
roll.
kind?
And it's a great dune, probably a quarter mile out.
Okay.
Could I also make that perception roll?
Yeah, sure.
Also, Sabine is, since I rolled well, I've been singing. Like,
Thank goodness.
Singing like a
Like a bard.
cooking songs.
well, various, I don't know,
16.
Vadisharan songs.
Okay.
23.
Okay. Well, it could be a mirage. I mean, there's all kinds of vapors rising off the sands, but for a second it does. Maybe there was something on the distant dune, a small group of shadows or something.
Oh, it's probably nothing. It's just the light playing tricks at the moment. Best to keep an eye on.
I'll keep my eye on it as we suffer through this.
Oh, you sound so negative. It's good to get out once in a while. Aren't you glad that you aren't cooped up so much?
You're enjoying this way too much.
I am, but that is neither here nor there.
It's here.
It is here. And if you would like to, you best keep up the pace, lest you will be left here while we are
That's
over
not
there.
on me. It's on my camel.
Oh. Have you tried talking to it? Have
He
you
speaks it. Our language.
can if you
All
talk.
right, I'll
sweet.
speak to the camel while I look, keep my eyes focused.
You'd be surprised. A lot of times it's not the words, it's the emotions coming from the words that they understand.
Beasts don't have emotions.
I'm sure they do.
Don't tell Conrad that. You get upset.
Beasts have emotions.
Didn't somebody say you should never name your horse in case you have to eat it?
Oh,
Wow.
oh no,
Right.
I'll eat Conrad just fine.
Don't you listen to him, Colonel.
So
See,
I'll just keep my eye on this
why can't you
one.
two
Right.
get into it like they are? They're having a better time of it. Even
All right,
Sabine is starting
I'll
to perk
sing.
up.
With Sabine.
Uh,
Oh, actually, probably saying moderately, not gross.
What's your charisma?
16.
Oh, you probably have a very nice singing voice.
please do not threaten me. I do
I'll
not
just be a
appreciate-
backup singer.
I do not. I'm sure that you know all those songs that she knows. She knows the songs that she's singing are popular ditties that you would definitely know.
Sure.
Vadisharan songs.
And because you're, from right there, from right in the center of
Sea
the
shanties.
commerce area, right?
Join in. Let's all sing and get through this with some cheer.
Well, I'm very
water. I've got the food.
Vadishar, come to Vadishar. It's the city in the valley of Caleb.
Wow.
Catch
But that kind of thing, whatever.
Well, she probably makes it better than that.
Yes, I have no doubt. Sorry, I'm gonna take this embarrassment and move forward. So
Hide your shame.
Yeah, I do. I don't have my shame. Make another roll, everybody. A survival roll. Was it a one?
Another 2. No,
Two.
4.
Oh, 4. All right.
That is a total of 6.
A nice dirty
That's a
4.
21.
Nice.
Did you get the same thing?
also 21.
10.
So, I think that somehow the ley lines on this side of the table. There's
Like I
something.
said, power shift to this side of the table, right?
Okay with that.
Oh, more water.
Yeah, we're drinking
How are
water
they?
like
I am
that.
actually starting to get a little concerned about them. Do they look I mean, they're not all right, but do they look in danger is what I'm worried about.
They don't look like they're in danger. So you are hydrating them. So they will. And
We're drinking like mad.
Yeah.
I am.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. So
I have to.
if you're in danger
Invert
of
this
going the
problem.
other way, right?
I know this is going to sound counterintuitive, but I need you not to drink so much. I know
We're
it
in
sounds
the
crazy.
desert.
I know it sounds crazy. Believe me, it was when I first learned the hard way. But you're going to want to stop drinking too much very soon. Don't worry, it'll be all right. We're about halfway through the day, give or take.
Time for
More or less,
lunch.
right?
Oh my god, it's only been a half a day.
Oh yes, the hottest part is coming.
Huh.
How are those mirages? Have you seen anything on the horizon? Castles in the sky, brigands,
No.
giant scorpions? Nothing.
No, I'll let you know if I see more magic.
I'm sure.
Everybody make a perception check.
I see nothing.
16.
19.
You're like sand blind.
12.
19.
God, the light, the light.
14.
12.
So, Arslan, Adolescent, what did you roll?
16.
Okay, so Arslan, Kepri, and Anupam, you see roughly at the same time the slightest sliver of light glinting off of something.
I'm just assuming it's the illusion, mirage stuff again.
Metallic or
Light, no big-
glass light?
It could be something metallic.
It's interesting.
Did you see it too?
What's that over there?
I don't know.
It's a mirage.
It is not a mirage.
It's more like, what's that over there?
Huh. How far out of the way is it from our
Not
current?
far.
What do you see?
Go check it out.
I don't see anything.
See right over there, right
No.
over by that featureless dune over there.
No.
It's a mirage. It's what I saw
see a
before. You said it was a
dune.
mirage.
I see a featureless dune.
Okay, then look next to the other featureless dune.
How am I supposed to tell them apart?
Well, you look for the features in the featureless dune.
No, not
saw-
that featureless dune, the other featureless
I saw a
dune.
flash. It was
Yes,
metal
yes.
or something.
And as
Yeah,
you,
it's all the same thing.
so what do you, I'm
It's
sorry.
probably a cactus or something. Are there cactuses out here? I don't think I've seen that.
No.
Periodically, but they're very, very sparse.
Shrub brush.
Yeah.
Just saying.
It's not too far out of the way. Why don't we take a look?
You see,
Well,
you
we're right
come across
across.
what looks to be the remains of a group of something. And you see some scraps of what appear to be like leather clothing or maybe harness or the like.
I'll dismount. I'll get up close and
Yeah, me
dismount.
too.
Let's see if there's anything of value in there.
Oh, jeez.
It's not bodies. It's just pieces of leather.
I go to check. I'll go over and take a look. You know what? I'll look for any signs of pitfalls or any signs of danger, basically.
Good survival.
Yes, sir.
I'll see if I can look around, see if I can find, if I can tell what it was. I mean, obviously, I think these were people, but I mean.
17.
Okay. It looks. But the only danger would be from exposure from being out here for too long. But you don't see any traps or anything.
Okay.
I mean, obviously. I'm sorry.
I was just, all right. It is safe to cross. There's no sink sand, any signs of scorpion warrens or any tracks of.
So to make the type of identification that you want to make, would that be more of a history or an investigation?
I would, in my mind, I think it would be an investigation, but.
Like, in order to tell if something is a horse head versus a cow head, would that be more history or investigation or?
I think investigation would be
Yeah.
because you're not looking into the back.
Medicine.
Yeah, exactly.
Medicine. Anatomy.
Well, I mean,
It's your
yeah,
call.
I think in order to see what killed it, probably would
Oh,
be
you're
more
trying to find it?
medicine.
You're
We
not-
want to see
Well,
what killed it.
anatomy.
It would be like a nature.
Animal handle.
Yeah.
Or nature.
Nature,
Yeah,
nature, anatomy, medicine.
Yeah, I'm actually proficient. in
Nature.
Okay, so
Biological anthropology.
So, exactly, right, exactly, perfect. Well, as you know, ancient civilizations had much more advanced science than we do, so,
Of course.
you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Totally don't.
You're in spaceships. Stargate
So,
was a documentary.
Make a nature
I
roll.
thought it was.
7.
Make that noise again.
Ooh.
Okay, I'll let you make the roll again.
Because of your noise.
Oh, okay, it's a little bit better. 15.
Okay, so, you know, you've never seen anything. You see, there are bones in these remains, and it looks like more than one set of remains. They are blanched white by the harsh sands of the waste. And they don't necessarily look. Are you there also, Kepri?
Yes, I am.
So you make a nature roll also. They don't look like anything you've seen before. But actually, they kind of do, though. So make a perception roll.
Perception?
Well, him.
Natural 20.
You make a nature roll.
Oh, wow.
You make a nature roll, Kepri. I know
Oh,
what you did.
I rolled a natural 20.
Oh,
Did you?
wow. Yeah,
That's
2
why I'm
natural
saying,
20s
oh,
on the
wow,
board.
they both rolled out the one.
When it's really not that important, they're nailing it.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly. We're crushing these bullshit rolls left and right.
That's always how it works in D&D.
So you both come to the intuition at about the same time that this would look exactly like the remains of what that humanoid that you saw at Bolsa's brawling arena would look like if they had been left out into the sun for too long.
I found a skull. It's not human.
And it's larger than a human skull. It's smaller than a cow skull, but
Wonderful.
Well, that's
Does
familiar.
it not look similar to a certain character we have encountered upon time?
it looks like one of those hyenoids, one of those hyena.
He says as he's moving the jaws.
You've got a wonderful
One of those
audience.
dog people.
Oh, could you not do that?
Also, the jaw would fall off. 'cause
Try the
there's
elk.
nothing- yeah. Jaw falls off.
I'm surprised. I would think hyena people would do well in the desert.
Not with an arrow in you.
Maybe not so much.
These, to our knowledge, these guys died of exposure to dehydration.
No, it's hard to tell.
Okay.
I mean,
No, yeah,
you
they're
can't
bones,
tell.
so you can't really
Yeah,
figure it
yeah.
out. I mean,
And
So there's like no meat left.
and there's
over.
no.
Okay,
And there's only
yeah,
a few
I see.
scraps of clothing. I mean, these are very, very old.
Oh, okay,
I,
okay.
What was glinting?
the metal,
A piece of metal from that was attached to one of these. It was like a belt. The scrap of clothing is a piece of belt, and there's a piece of metal attached to it.
Are there full skeletons or just heads?
No, just one full-ish skull and another less full, and a couple of bones. There's a rib cage too.
Oh, okay. Can I look at the rib cage for chips from arrows or other projectiles? With my medicines?
Make a medicine roll.
Yeah, no.
it's obvious these creatures died of thirst and exposure.
It's a 7.
Well, that doesn't bode well.
Well, we are not thirsty nor are we exposed.
I'm thirsty.
Well, you are not dying of thirst. Not on my watch, anyway.
Let's continue on our way and not be like
Well
this.
said.
Yeah, let's
So,
Continue on our way.
yeah, and nothing else of note here, just scraps of clothing, a bit of the bones, and
Yeah.
flint and metal. Interesting. Well, it's something to keep our eyes on in case there are things that move in the desert. I've once heard, as Kepri mounts his camel, I once heard of a giant worm of some sort that shot lightning from its head like the gods. Queerest thing.
That's ridiculous.
It is.
I'm actually going to kneel down to the
And the sands
I'll
of
say something quietly so
Vanishar.
they can hear, and then I'll
take it from me. From there. You're much better. I'd much rather hear you sing than hear him tell us about
Oh,
lightning worms.
very well.
But it really is an interesting story,
It's just a fear-based tale, I'm sure.
I'm sure. Certainly nothing to do with those burn marks that appeared on that wagon that one time. As Kepri speeds off on his camel.
Well, speeds off.
Speeds up.
Camels off.
Speeds up.
Camels can run.
They can, but I mean, they're
I'm just trying to.
Uh,
I'm just trying to move ahead here.
I mean, yeah, camels can gallop, but you know they're not as fast as horses, though. So
we make our way on,
Right.
on then.
You do. And eventually, the evening comes upon you, and it's time for you to camp out for the night.
You find a good place for us to camp for the night?
Oh sure. Well, let's see. Right here's mine. Wait.
here's pretty much as good as anywhere.
Well, yes and no. We want to make sure we're not on top of or near one of the dunes.
That's a fair point.
Don't
But
want
there's
to.
dunes everywhere. What do you mean not near them?
Well, do you remember a while back when you were first having those visions of yours?
Yeah.
Do you remember the one dune that you said was near that?
Yes.
If the wind shifts right, it will bury us alive.
So where do you go?
Right around here. More or less. You just want to make sure there's none at least 3 times as tall as you.
This place is awful, and if I survive this, I will never set foot in it again.
Good for you. I happen to love it here.
That's good. It's nothing but a death trap. So you feel free to traverse it as much as possible.
Do you not feel the freedom at your in the air on your fingertips through this as you scorch the sand?
I'll start a fire.
Tents.
No.
I'm sleeping in the Gonna pick up my bedroll and.
I guess we have a tent or something.
I'll put
No,
on.
we didn't bring tents.
Someone,
I have a tent.
she bought a tent. I didn't have money for tents.
Yeah.
Okay, so we
Or
have
rather, I didn't
bedrolls.
want to spend the money for tents.
We have bedrolls.
You have bedrolls.
You can sleep underneath the wagon.
Yeah, me and Atlas are sleeping in the wagon, so we'll be fine.
There's only room for the, I believe, 2 with all the supplies in the wagon.
Yeah.
So if you want the wagon, you're probably going to have to fight for it.
I'll sleep against the wheel.
Probably not a good idea. Underneath would probably be better.
Okay, why?
Because when the sun rises, you don't want to get, burnt.
Oh,
want
okay,
some
underneath
cover?
it.
Yeah, you're gonna want some cover.
I will sleep over here, out in the open. I like to look at the stars.
If Alice is starting a fire, I will put on a kettle of tea.
Okay.
I will look around just to make sure that there's nothing around us. Just put a little walk the camp.
And I want to just keep an eye on the dunes and make sure they don't try and bury us.
Is it safe to start a fire? Will we be seen?
Oh yes, we'll be seen, but
Is that a concern?
not really.
Are we under dune? Like between dunes? Like in a valley of them?
Yeah, you're
or
between
on the
dunes. I mean,
side?
there's large dunes too.
We won't be seen unless somebody's on the dune, right?
Yes, we will only be seen if someone is actually looking for us.
Okay. Very good.
That's fine.
Probably. Oh.
We should also want to make a kettle in the morning, by the way. The hot tea helps acclimate to the hot weather.
That's very true. Drink
I
something
welcome
cold when it's
anything
cold, and
at this
it'll
point.
make you,
What?
I said I welcome anything at this point. I am not feeling that
There's
great.
water.
You need to...
There's water.
I mean,
There's lots of
it could work.
tea.
but,
I'll try the
I have
tea.
tea here, so I mean, why not?
Alright, I'll have
something
tea.
So
I'll
the next,
partake of
the
the
next
tea.
morning,
I'll have tea.
when everybody makes their survival roll next morning, make it out of +1.
There you go. Hey.
I'm about to roll 5.
Or how about a +2? I'll give you a +2. I'm feeling generous.
Hey,
We haven't played in a couple
alright.
weeks, and
No.
no worries. I can make it a +2.
21.
Hey, nice.
9.
9. All right, and it was you almost made an easy roll.
Oh, okay.
16.
All right, Atlas, you're coming back. You're turning the corner.
That's an
I got this morning.
11.
14.
14. Okay, so everybody's doing good.
She's good. Thank you.
You're still
rolled your 20.
but
It's awful. It was freezing last night.
I told you it would be
and it
cold.
was very cold in the
It
desert
was
last
nice
night.
and warm in the tent. There's room.
We're in the
Wagon?
tent.
In the wagon.
The wagon.
You're in
I
the
thought there
tent.
wasn't room in the wagon.
There wasn't.
There's always room for females in the wagon.
Wow.
Then which one of you will be sleeping on it right next to the ox's ass?
No, body heat. We sleep next to each other. I can keep her warm.
I'm sure you can.
You can keep him warm too.
No.
Basic survival strategy. What do you mean?
Yes.
Do you have a whole? Do you have like a protocol in case like who you have to sleep with next to in case?
We just jumble up together.
Right.
It's not that
Like a rat king in the desert.
We just start a mound.
tangled up, right? A zealot king.
There you go.
All right, I like it.
We get mounted up and walk.
Saddle up, fellas and lady.
Okay.
All right.
Talk to my camel.
So the next day, you're feeling a little bit better. You're not 100%, but
The tea really helped. Did you have any of the tea?
a little.
It was
We could
good.
have maybe
I must
more.
admit, that was some fine tea.
Got out the outpost, actually. It was pretty good.
Indeed. We'll have to see about picking some up on our way back through the desert.
Should we
Again.
survive?
Everybody's enjoying it.
Are
so
you
much.
dead yet?
Is there lotus in it?
Oh, have you died?
If I have, this is certainly what one of the hells looks like.
To
Well-
be fair, even with a low insight check, you know Anupam would never knowingly drug you.
I know.
Tom is
I
He's a
believe
big
that.
old boy scout.
he is, right?
I mean, kind of, actually.
For the right
Well,
reason.
I definitely slept on my Mickey.
please.
Dylan.
I believe you.
So we ride through the day.
Depends on how much
Make
he
it to the
starts
next
complaining.
evening, I assume.
Hey, Just throw them in the back of the wagon. It's hot. The sand is getting everywhere. I'm getting sunburned.
You're going more the specialty.
Make a perception check.
Everybody?
There's nothing to perceive. There's nothing out there in the desert.
That should make it all the more easier. 17.
Okay.
20.
18.
Nice, nice.
I still see nothing.
24.
I'm liking all of these rolls.
8.
Ah.
This was better than last time.
That could have been my survival.
I'm too busy seething with hatred to perceive anything.
I don't
So
know.
everybody but Sabine notices in the distance, probably, I mean, you're, the area where you're at right now is not particularly duney. I'm sorry, I'm sending a photograph. Scott, I'm wondering if can these pictures be that I'm sending to the group's WhatsApp? Could they be seen online? No.
I could have done it if I know you want to do it.
No worries.
I didn't know.
No big deal.
Something to do at halftime.
Yeah. Yeah. Right, yeah, possibly. Okay. You'll see the pictures coming through. We don't need them till halftime anyway. So you see, probably the area that you're in right now is especially flat, and probably about a mile out, you see a caravan, which
Coming our way or
No.
crossing or
no,
same
it
way?
is crossing. It's not. It's traveling. Maybe parallel to you, but at a distance away, and it's not heading in any. It's not heading in. You just happen to see about 30. It seems like a good sized caravan. Probably it's not like an enormous caravan, but there's 30 camels, mules. You know, a large number. You can't see how many obviously drovers and people there are, but you can see a large number of animals. So, and it's just heading in another distance. I mean. It would take you a while to get to them, or they to you.
Yeah. But so we're just going like something along that line.
You're parallel to them.
Okay.
They're probably about a mile out.
So we're coming up behind them, basically.
No, you're about a mile out, and they're parallel to you. You're going this way, and they're going this way.
Oh,
Like,
perpendicular.
Perpendicular.
No,
No, he
perpendicular.
means we're all
is
going the
this way.
same direction.
We're all
You're going this way
Yeah,
and this
we're
way.
parallel.
Oh, look at that caravan heading that way. Although they're probably and of course the terrain does not remain flat.
Okay.
You know, so it just
I
happens.
think I see a mirage
Sorry,
of a
yeah, 'cause in my mind, parallel
caravan.
means
Oh no,
like,
that isn't real.
like that,
Those are
pretty
people.
much, without like any.
Well, if you traveled up and down,
So
that
hard to
would be.
tell.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's
Generally go like, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
wrong game.
Okay.
No, I kid. I kid.
It's all good. I can roll the punch. It's all good.
Ah,
I am not bothering. I'm not bothering.
it appears we have guests, fellow travelers on the sandy roads of life.
They are such intimate guests that is a possibility that they don't even know you exist.
Of
right
course.
now. I'm just letting you know they're not really guests so much.
Oh no, he's just
Fellow travelers, if you will.
pontificating to be an
I
ass.
got you. Oh, I like it. 'Cause I got it. It is your waste, after all.
Chances they was your
You
problem.
clean up your waste.
Where do you think they're heading to?
Well, they're heading in the same direction as us, so
Maybe
maybe.
they said they're heading slightly off.
Yeah, I mean they're north to you. So, they're heading ultimately.
They probably just know the better route.
You know,
Yeah,
to
it's pretty
Karani and but they don't have to be heading
Yeah.
towards you. They're just a lot of people head through the Erd. There's a lot of caravans crossing various ways.
Yeah, we're not going the same direction. Similar directions.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
Zaid is a possibility, but from the angle, it does not seem. They're probably just passing through.
You're heading towards Fort Zayed, so I mean they could be, but
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah, I'm just spitballing. I'm trying to sound smarter than I
You
am.
sound very smart.
So we get through the day without any
You
encounters.
absolutely did. I mean,
Awesome.
well, you saw that thing. That was sort of an encounter.
It was the most exciting thing that
Right.
happened all day.
I mean, it was no Coliseum
No
fight with a
reason
giant,
to-
but it was alright.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Oh, give it a couple. If you had to cross the long way, give it a couple of weeks, you would be begging to see anything other than sand.
So we've made
I believe
it
it.
2 days with no real encounter, with no real threats. I'm appreciating what you're doing at this point.
Oh, it's good to be appreciated.
And with any luck, you will arrive at Fort Zayad
Yes.
tomorrow night.
We are making excellent time as the crow flies. As the hawk flies.
Let's make camp. It's the end of the day, and it's
I will sleep in the wagon tonight because it's very cold tonight.
It's fine. You can have my spot.
I was good under the wagon. Good there.
None of you want to see the stars. You can't get this sort of view in Vadashar. There's too many torches out, too many things. Look how clear it all. You can see
But I thought
everything.
you don't want to be left out exposed.
You don't. But then again, how often do you get magnificent views like this?
And Atlas sings, I'll move the pitons, your hair looks swell.
Are you sure you can't also fit in between perhaps me and Alice?
Fly me to the moon.
I mean, you did say it was quite cold. Maybe I should. I mean,
But Sabine, it's cold outside.
Yeah, you could just sleep right in the middle there. That'd be perfect.
All right.
Jeez.
Hey,
No one
that's
has
not mine.
No one has any appreciation for nature.
So we suffer through the evening. The morning arrives.
A new day comes. Everybody make a perception roll.
Oh,
We're surrounded. We didn't notice.
I'm really
17.
22.
Ooh,
I
You're good on my
see
perceptions, bad on
nothing.
my survivals.
I rolled an 18.
I rolled an 11.
Did you make a survival roll for me too? I should have had you made one earlier than the perception roll. Oh, because you're the only one. Everybody else has actually sort of rounded that corner. You know, it's sort of like a new climate. You're not used to it. You know, but you're delicate. You know.
12.
Okay, so no,
You
you're
got better.
absolutely.
You only have some now.
4 to a 9 to a 12. That's
You are doing a lot better than ever.
Good, we don't have to give you the specialty.
You don't.
I've learned the water, you're right. I have to drink a little less of it so I
little
don't feel
slower.
bloated and feel like
Yes.
the sloshing of the camel makes me want to.
Yes, it also helps just so you don't have to piss as much.
Speaking of specialty, Atlas, I usually get paid for that.
Around that time, you all
No services were rendered. No payment.
you actually go to relieve yourself because all this talk of peeing makes you want to pee, and it just happens when you hit a certain age. And so you go and around, and you smell something odd as you're relieving yourself, and you all hear. Wait, who did not make their perception roll?
Me.
You did.
I mean, I made it. It's just it was a 5.
Well, you're trying to sort of make some semblance of order in the back of the wagon, you know, trying to get things, you know, so you're not really paying attention. But the rest of you hear, and everybody roll initiative.
Oh, so
Here we
I gotta
go.
pull my pants up.
go. Here we go. Oh, man.
Wompity wompity womp.
Okay, initiative. Oh, I have to use my
Yeah, there you go.
Victorian doolally.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow, and I still rolled a 4. I still rolled a 4. Alright. So, that's a start. See, back in the old days, low initiative used to be good, but now high, right? We want to go high.
Yeah, you want to go high.
So, we start with 20. Anybody got 20?
24, actually.
20.
Oh, well, la-di-dum. 24, what do you do?
Let's see. What do I see around me? I just heard the growls.
Well, that's exactly true. So what do you... Okay, so...
I mean, I go towards wherever the sound is, first of all.
Right. Well, it's actually... so you're all, I'm gathering, surrounding a small camp, kind of set up like you had the previous night, you know, around a fire. And you see coming into the light are a number of human, maybe a little larger than human-sized figures
The third is exactly I'm drinking on my
possess a pretty rank smell, and they remind you of the skulls you saw the day before.
Oh shit.
So 24, what do you do?
Uh,
I'm going to give you all numbers. 24,
I mean, do they look as if they are?
Go 24.
Do they look
The
as if
music's
they
a little
are?
loud, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Do they look as if they are hostile, or are they just? Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, stupid question, right? Okay,
Then
yeah.
they're
So
borrow a cup of Purina.
see, that's what I thought, guys. They just wanna. It's all good. So yeah, I'm gonna run up to. You know what? Does there look to be like a one that's a little bit more like ordained or like ornate than the rest of them? Maybe like wearing a few extra teeth on their.
One of them's got a bow in his hair.
I was.
You
trying
don't
to-
see. It's hard to tell. It's
Trying,
dark.
I'm basically trying to.
I got you.
Oh,
You're the leader.
sorry.
I
Yeah,
understand. I
exactly.
respect
I'm
it.
going
Yeah,
I'm
you're
going for the head of the
feeling
snake.
gross.
You know? Yeah, exactly. You know, I'm trying to see. I'm trying here,
So
man.
you're trying to take out the top dog.
Pretty much.
Nicely done. Well played.
All right, so yeah, I'll just go. You know what? Then, if I can't identify who looks like a leader, then I will go to the nearest one to me.
Roll a d6.
D6. You got it. 5.
Okay. So, there's one, and he has kind of a wicked, nasty curved knife, a very larger than a knife. It would be like a short sword.
Okay.
And he's bearing these nasty canines. And what do you got? What do you got?
Oh, what do I got? I got 3
What you
attack
got?
standard.
Oh.
What you got? All right.
Show
Anyway, so here we go. I'm gonna.
Yeah, but I'm gonna pump you basic.
Wow. I am going to whack him with my stick twice.
Show enough.
Shit, even I got that wrong. Okay, here we go. So, first attack, that's going to be a 14 to hit.
That misses.
Misses. Okay.
14. That's a dirty 14.
That's a dirty 14. I had to work for that.
You
14.
missed with 14.
Alright, no problem. Alright, so second attack comes by. That is, much better. That's a 21 to hit.
You hit him.
Alrighty, and I'm going to drop a key point, do stunning strike. He has to make a constitution save.
Wait. So he needs to roll
Constitution saving throw.
over his constitution.
Constitution higher.
He has to make the roll plus his constitution, if he's proficient, then he,
Right. At what difficulty?
let's see, it's going to be plus 11 plus, it's only going to be like a 14.
Okay. So he doesn't make it.
Oh, sweet. Okay, cool. So then he is stunned, which means he can't do anything until the end of the next turn.
Okay.
So that means this third strike that I'm about to make against him is now an advantage.
Okay.
So that's much better. That's a 25 on the third strike. That one's with my
You hit him.
with my fist.
Damn.
Alright, and you know what? I'll
Fist of
drop.
fury.
You know what? I'll drop another key point for a fourth strike. Also with advantage. It's only a 16 to hit. Is that gonna?
You hit him.
Okay, perfect. So I got 3 hits on him. So first one with the staff is going to be 9 points of damage on that one, plus 5, and then plus 7. And then
21.
7, so that, yep, 21. So 21 points of damage total.
Really?
Yep.
And you take him, you toss him around left and right, boom, throw him into a wall, boom, throw him sideways, and he winds up stunned on his back, still conscious, but looking really shitty.
Yeah.
Looking like like the mangiest mongrel you've ever seen.
Like a whipped dog.
Like a whipped dog, as it were.
Like a big dog.
Yeah. Right. I mean, you just kick the snot out of that hyena thing. That's 24, 23, 22, 21, 20.
20.
Yes, sir. What are you gonna do, Arslan?
Sword in, Chris out.
Okay.
And if there's one near, I'll
There is one actually while you were
try to bear down on me. Sword in.
Oh, gotcha. You put your nicely done. So you put your shillelagh away and take out your weapon. Nicely done. Well played, young man. Took me a second. All right.
Try to keep a
And
little
you do.
PG-13.
And go ahead and make a roll.
15.
That's what you need. Hit him. You hit. Make it. Do your damage.
6.
Okay. That was 20, right?
Yes.
19, 18, 17. Atlas.
My weapon drawn, and I try to find what's making the noise and engage. I see activity. I hear
Yeah.
stuff.
You see.
The dogmen are attacking.
And you hear that. And it's apparent. They've violated your camp. Now they're looking to
Is there
violate.
one engaged with Arslan?
There is.
I will close on that one.
Okay.
I get disadvantage because he's.
If his back's to you, yeah.
I thought he was engaged with you.
Roll a d6
Well,
and see if
you,
his
well, you
back
don't
is
get
to you.
advantage. You get sneak attack though.
Right.
If you hit,
Roll
then
a
you get
d6.
way better
Roll a
anyway.
d6.
2.
His back is not to you.
Okay.
So he's on the outside. Outside.
Well, you do get sneak attack because he is engaged with them, which I think you'll hit.
Fair enough.
19.
Okay, you do.
So yeah, you get to roll your sneak attack damage on that.
He'll probably be going down.
Yeah.
Sneak attacks are just
Devastating.
pretty nasty.
Nice. Yep. And you get
I open 11.
12 and 11. 23.
Yeah.
And he falls over in a pile of
Amazing.
a crumpled canine.
Amazing how effective it is putting a knife between someone's ribs when they're not looking.
That was 19. What was your initiative? 17. 16. 15.
I have 10, so
14.
I have 11.
11.
So there you go.
Okay, well, I was in the wagon.
You're in the wagon.
Yes.
And there's actually none around you at the moment.
But, so what do I see when I look out?
You see that they are engaged and
And how many of them are still up and around?
there is one that is actually within striking distance of the wagon. They came in, it looks like these hyena men came in and
Back turned to me or facing or where is?
he's outside the wagon, but his back is to you.
Okay, then I am going to strike
Music
him.
better? Hello, Scott.
What?
Music's at a better level.
I think so.
Is music at a better level? They told us.
There you go.
Thank you for the heads up.
I am going to try to strike him across the spine with my bladed fan.
Wow, you're brutal.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Put him in a body bag.
So what I get?
The Zulian Humanoid Monster Association.
Oh, do I get some kind of advantage because his back is turned?
Why not?
Okay, cool.
You should. I give you an advantage.
9.
You rolled a 9
No, that was with everything.
with everything. That was a dirty 9,
Yeah.
even with your +2, so that would be 11.
Yeah.
And like you do scrape him though, you know. I mean, he's not, you know. So, but he's not injured. But he is aware of you,
Okay.
which is good. You know, that way it's more of a fair fight now.
I don't want a fair one.
10.
can I I was off to the side, like off to the side there, like if the wagon's here right here, fire's here, I was like right here just doing it. Do I have any sight on how many there may be in the dark? Just a quick look, if not, that's fine.
Yeah, which is better, your perception or your survival? They're actually both the same, right? No, your survival's probably better.
My survival's better.
So make a.
Yeah, these are pack animals. This is my turf. This is my. Yeah, no. 7, 8, 9.
I'm the king.
That's what you got for talking to
As
us,
he
my man.
runs away from the.
I'm not about to waste the lucky roll.
It's hard to
on that.
tell, you
What do you
know.
got?
It's but there's I mean there's a bunch of them. They've kind of overrun your camp, you know that.
8, 9.
Wait, what are you trying to make?
Are they taking
Yes,
our
I'm-
stuff, or are they just here to kill us?
Yeah, they're just there to kill you.
No, to
Your stuff is safe.
survey.
But
how
some
many-
of them are. I mean, they're back. They may
No, I can
be
hit on that.
smarter than just
okay,
killing
I
us.
was gonna say,
Some,
man, that's.
No,
you know,
no,
not
I,
taking our stuff while others
No, no, I am adding
others
it.
occupied.
Sorry, I wasn't making.
If they're big enough
Alright.
back,
so I can't. What's that?
nothing.
It was
He's working on a sociology paper on so we wanted his
on the intricacies of human. No. All right. Well,
behavior.
I unsheath my kopesh, twirl it around a little bit, and stride into the dark to find my opponent.
All right.
Do I find an opponent?
You do.
All right. Oh, foul beast, you know not of what you've done. You have tussled with the son of Kemet.
That's pretty good. 22, I think.
Yeah, 22.
Nicely done. You hit.
As I do that. Flourish. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. No, sorry. No, sorry.
I was gonna say,
Yeah. Oh,
I was like, wow, that's impressive.
No. I'm good. I'm not that good.
Wow, how'd you get those
12,
losses?
12.
You rolled a 20 on a D8. That's amazing.
12 damage.
Yeah, 12 damage.
Okay.
Somebody has a magic weapon. It's like really magic weapon.
It's
Really bad.
Please be
you got its
patient.
attention, and there's blood and fur everywhere.
Please be patient. I have brain problems.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. By the way, I forgot to at the beginning of the broadcast to thank you, and we want to welcome you, and thanks again, and for your contributions too. Keep those bits coming for your favorite zealots. That was 10. Everybody's gone, right?
Yeah.
4. Me. Right. So, Anupam, yours is stunned.
He's done.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
But another one comes charging at you.
That's cool.
You
Come
can
at
see
me,
the
bro.
stun one there. Eventually it'll walk away.
What's that?
The stun one will probably just walk away on its own after.
Totally.
He's got a nasty spear. He misses.
Okay.
Alice, you had made mincemeat of
Dispatched,
Arslan's, right?
yes.
And at that moment, you see that stepping out of the dark is another one who is charging at you. And he hits. What's your armor class?
It is 17.
Okay. You take 6 points of damage. Kepri,
Yes.
Actually.
yours who looks injured still has enough life in him, and he swings at you but misses.
I'm gonna take my bonus action with opportunistic killer to basically when he misses or if he hits, I can go in with it for a quick strike.
Okay, do it.
That's a reaction.
Yeah.
I think it's a level 5.
13. So
I'm at level 4.
13 to hit,
yeah, 13 hit.
you miss.
It's
I've been eyeing
just
it.
go for a sweep and then dart back.
I'm thinking that's a
Better cautious.
useful and valuable skill.
Anupam.
Yes. Back at the top.
No, I'm sorry, wait a minute. That was Kepri. Yeah, there was the other one that was
Right. Yeah, the one that you mean the one that's stuck.
there was one that was stunned, but there was another one.
Oh yeah, the other one. Yeah, he took one attack against me already.
Right, correct, he did. Wait, 1, 2, 3, and then the
Sabina.
one with Sabine. That's right. That's
It's
what.
not the
We
same.
can't forget
I
about
hate,
Sabine.
I hate to mention
Oh,
it,
My
but
bad.
Hey, man.
Thank you, Sabine. And he snarls, lets out a kind of a deep gurgling and misses you. Back to the top.
That would be me.
24.
Alright, so this one guy is up against me. I'm going to take my staff and whack him now. Screw this guy. That's a 21 to hit.
Nicely done.
Another key point.
This is the new guy or the stunned guy?
The new guy.
Okay.
So I'm dropping another key point. Another Constitution save, please, sir.
Okay.
Try to stun him as well. It's DC 14.
He misses.
Alright, cool. So he's now stunned, which means his next strike against him has advantage. Which I will need. Ugh. It's like a 12 to hit him. No, that's not gonna do that. That's cool, because I got 2 more strikes, because I will drop a 4th key point.
How many do you have?
5.
Okay.
So that is 18 to hit.
You hit?
Alrighty. And last strike. I'm actually going to do the last strike against the guy that's already that was stunned the first time.
Yep.
Which also has advantage. Which I'm gonna need. Oh, that's super misses. Well,
Okay.
but I did hit with 2 of them. Oh, I just hit with 1.
I remember one.
The middle one.
Right. Oh wait, no, I did. No, I did hit with. I did hit with 2 against the one that just came in.
Right.
But because the first one, because I didn't.
Right,
roll
the
damage.
third one you were hitting against the one that was stunned.
Exactly.
Well, they're both stunned, but
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah.
But,
All right. So these are going to be against the new guy.
The fresh guy.
Yeah, the fresh guy. Yeah.
This is our fault for getting fresh.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Looking fresh.
6 plus 8 is 14 points of damage.
He looks pretty mangled.
Yep. Well, he should.
Not as bad as the other guy, but he's also down on the ground.
So now the
And
guy
they're
that.
both-
So now the guy that was first stunned his stun is over now.
Okay. That was 24. 23, 22, 20.
Are there others around me that are engaging, or with the one that Atlas killed, am I free to find a new target? That's like
You are
not,
free. You are free to find a new target.
I want to head towards one who looks to be not looking my direction.
Make a perception roll.
8,
Okay.
13. So 13.
Okay. So it appears that Atlas has one that he's engaged with. Kepri
And if I don't find one, the one that's stunned will get a sword right through it.
So there's actually Anupam is engaged with 2.
Yeah, I'll go after one of them.
Okay.
Is it back to me or is it not back?
Well, I mean, it's stunned, so it doesn't
Oh, the
matter.
stunned one,
You
right.
get
The stunned
advantage
one, I
regardless.
guess. Right.
You get advantage.
I think one of them was, you said one of them was on the ground or something.
Yeah, one of them, that's the one that's on the ground is getting out of his stun, but the other one is still
Yeah.
stunned.
Roll a d6. You want to roll high.
3.
Okay. So it's the one that is shaking his thing off of him. So he's not. It's the one that you had originally engaged.
Originally, it's stunned, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So anyway,
that's the one.
it's all good. You roll to hit.
At advantage because he's stunned or not stunned.
He just shook off.
He
Just shook off his
off.
stun.
Okay.
Right.
But I am engaged with him, so you still get sneak attack damage if I hit.
10. You hit him.
5.
And what were you doing?
You don't
Stabbing with my
You
sword.
You get sneak
Yeah,
attack.
I was gonna say, don't you get more
Yeah, you get
rolls
sneak,
to
yeah, you get
attack?
sneak attack because I'm engaged.
I thought it wasn't a sneak attack.
No, you don't get advantage, but you still get sneak attack because I'm
Right,
engaged.
you're a
with him.
rogue and you
Oh yeah, I thought it was not because you said that it shook off was
Sorry about
attention.
Nice.
So
In the wrist.
Extra 7.
yeah, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 12.
Knife in
And
the
it
wrist.
collapses in a pile of bloody fur.
Alrighty.
Knife in the
So
wrist.
this one's just stunned.
That's he's not stunned. He's not a threat.
Yeah, that's great.
That was 20.
Still is
19. Was that you? Were you
17.
17.
So I will swing with the one. 14.
Miss. Just barely. He jumps out of the way. 11.
Oh, me, yes. 16.
You hit.
Okay. Here's the problem. What's the damage for a bladed fan? I mean, that'd be your
That sounds-
your call, I guess.
That sounds like
That's
a
not
D4 to
It's
me.
not
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, okay.
So
Or
Between,
sword or slices.
I'm no armor, but
Because-
bladed fan.
Yeah.
You get to consider.
Alright, so that's 3.
Because you get to
Plus your, it's a dex weapon, yeah.
I'd say
Yeah.
assume it's
Okay,
So
so add
Dex
dex.
bonus is 3.
Okay.
To the intestines.
Nice.
I have it in there.
Okay.
I will engage with my.
Yours is still up,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
looking
Oh, you're right. It would have been 15.
tough.
He's looking.
It would have been 15.
So I'm
It
gonna.
wouldn't matter now though. It's dead.
Fate, the eyes of Apophis are upon me. I cannot disappoint. I rolled a 2, so I'm going to re-roll with my lucky.
There you go.
Atlas, the one that you were engaged with is fresh.
Oh,
by the
much
way.
better.
Okay.
He hasn't been hurt at all.
No.
Dirty 20.
You got him.
Just press Kopesh and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And he crumples over. Deed. Finish him.
No, I shout out as my last free action, talking to Sophia. If you wish to leave now, beasts, your pack has been decimated. Leave before you are all claimed by the wastes. And as best, I don't know if they can hear me, but
They can hear you.
well, I mean, I don't know if they can understand me.
Right.
So, just trying to intimidate them, make them go
Sure.
away.
Okay. Alice, there's a fresh one on you.
Yes. Oh boy.
And he has a pretty wicked looking longsword. And he swings at you, but you duck and he spins off his own. He misses you extremely badly
It falls.
and falls.
Oh. Gotta control that momentum.
I'll take advantage of that if I can.
Next round.
Unapalm.
Yes. The one, the one against me. Did you say that he killed the one that was first stunned? Yeah.
Right, no, this one is still stunned? Or
Yeah, this one is still stunned.
He's still
Because
stunned.
remember, I stunned him
Yes,
just.
right, okay, so he's stunned, and Sabine, yours misses you. Shocked that your little... He wonders what does your inkwell do?
Oh, you don't want to meet the inkwell.
He misses.
Definitely take the fan over the inkwell.
24.
24. All right, cool. So yeah, this one against me is now stunned. I get advantage. That's pretty good. Okay. So that's gonna be 24 to hit.
You hit.
Alrighty. Let's go ahead and roll damage. See if I just get him down. 9 points of damage.
You
on
dropped
that.
him.
Yeah. All right. Cool. I'm gonna go towards the next one I can see.
The closest one to you is fighting Atlas.
We'll go to that one then. Okay, so I'm gonna take another strike against him. It's gonna be straight roll. It's 18 to hit.
You hit?
Another. Oh wait, no. What's my last key point?
I'd hold it.
Yeah, screw it. I'm not gonna drop the key point for stunning strike, but I do hit him. I got 2 more attack. You know what? I'll drop the last key point for flurry of blows as well. So I'll do 2 more attacks. That's pretty good. 25 on that one and 16 on that one.
Okay, they all hit.
Alrighty, cool. So all 3 do 5 plus 7 plus 7. So that is 19 points of damage.
Okay.
Thank you.
And he looks like a bloody mess.
Yep.
20.
It's still up though.
Yeah, it's still up. Looks barely though.
Are there any others around that are? I mean, you're going towards that one too. So
Well, he's fighting. This is the one that Atlas is fighting. They're both engaged with that one. The only other one that is engaged is fighting Sabine at the wagon.
I'll go after that.
She's
one.
inside the wagon, holding it off with a fan.
I'll go after that one. Can I get to it?
Yes.
Okay.
Roll to hit.
I mean, it is a metal blade.
I get it. I'm not. I just.
And everyone around.
We just
me
have to
says
admit, we know it's a metal blade
Okay.
fan, but the image is a bit.
She's very good with
That
Oh
was-
no,
you know.
it's
20,
very
right?
depth.
I was saying,
17.
keep in mind it's dark.
Right, it's dark.
Do I get advantage to default to the ground? When he missed awfully?
Usually when they're prone, they.
Yes.
Do I
Yes.
get advantage?
I'll give you advantage. Sure.
There you go. So you do a sneak attack on that.
16 hits.
Okay, it does.
Yeah, but
9 points.
It ceases to move.
There you go.
And 11. Sabine.
Yes. All right. Before I strike, I say to it, "You are already poisoned. If you run away now, you may be able to save yourself." would be a 4.
Okay. Yeah. 10.
Well, now that I am woke up, I will go to make sure that the wagon is all right. And by once
She's in the wagon. She's fighting one from inside the wagon.
this seems like the perfect opportunity to hook its leg while it isn't looking. Just
And like in the old comics.
yeah, like literally put the hook in. Sorry, pal. Show's over.
Give it the hook.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, we're about to go to sleep, man. So I mean, if you're gonna spend.
No, we're getting up.
Oh, we're getting up.
Yeah, this is the morning, right?
This is nighttime.
Oh, this
No,
is
it's nighttime, yeah.
I was
Yeah, no, it's not the next morning.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I'll.
Yeah, man, spend it.
Apophis is a loving deity, as we know.
He's a snake.
There you go.
Serpent.
Yeah, 24.
You hit it.
Just hook the leg, pull in with a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Points of damage.
Yes, sir.
From a hook? Wow.
Well,
11
it's on the
points.
sword, so.
It is a sword and it is raking across his leg.
a
Yeah.
sword, okay.
I think he severed his Achilles tendon or something.
Yeah.
Probably should have tried to trip him. But...
And it attacks.
Mm-hmm.
And it,
There's 3 to
right,
choose from.
let's see who it chooses.
You can choose to run.
I'll give it a morale roll. Let's see if it decides to run. It might decide to slink it off.
Isn't he like the last one standing?
He is
now?
the last one standing.
And he is poisoned.
But he has a very high morale. He has a very, very high morale.
dig its gumption.
I like this kid. The hyena stays in the picture. Alright, so it's got, who's our threesies? We got
These
1,
three
1,
right
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who shall we go for? 1, 2, hey! Arslan!
Hey!
And it misses badly.
Okay.
24.
So there's only one left.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going.
Okay.
So, strikes, natural 20.
Okay.
Alright.
That will hit.
So let's go ahead and roll its damage then, shall we? 10 points of damage on that one.
Okay, so it doesn't stand any longer.
Yep, okay. I just one last right on the crown of the head.
And it falls over.
Good morning, friends. Or good evening. I forget which sometimes.
It's evening.
Is it now?
Yes, it is.
Ah,
I will leave the corpse of that long sword.
Okay.
You know what,
It's not, I mean, it's
yes.
it's
It
not a
says it's
great
as clean
sword.
as
All
flesh.
of the weapons, I mean, you
You know,
can
maybe,
take it, they're swords, but they look like these
I
were swords
was,
that were probably
was
taken
not
from
fully
a venture.
paying attention
But check
before,
for
but did you
a
warn
battlefield
us about any
long time
hyena man?
ago.
I warned you about brigands.
You know,
brigands is a
stuff on
catch-all
them.
term.
Anything worth anything to keep for us?
Do you want me to warn you about everything that's in the desert? Do you wish for me to hold your hand all the way till we get to Fort Said?
You know what? I'm fine. I'm just fine.
You don't sound fine. You sound angry.
I am
Perturbed even.
not angry. Not angry. I'm just fine.
We
Let's just
obviously
make
need
camp.
to have watches.
Yes, obviously.
I'll check the bodies of the other ones.
Let's check the supplies, make sure none of them slunk off with any of it. While we weren't looking.
Well, I was in the wagon.
Right.
The only one that tried to come in is dead, and if he's not
Alice, you
completely
don't
dead, he's
find
poisoned.
anything. Arslan, you find a stoppered up stoneware vial that has got some sort of something inside of it.
I'll take it over to Sabine. I found this. Can you tell me what this is? It was on one of them.
Roll medicine.
You know this sort of stuff.
Okay.
I don't know if it's medicine, poison, liquor. It had no smell that I could identify.
20, dirty 20.
Okay.
I smell it, look at it, what's it look like, and smell it.
You don't know what it is, but you know that it's something.
Capri, are they known for carrying any kind of poisons or medicines with them?
I haven't really encountered.
I mean, it's not. You know that it's not poison.
Oh, it's definitely not poison.
Yeah.
When I stick litmus strips in
You
it, or
definitely
whatever
know
it
it's
is that we do.
No, you definitely know it's not poison.
Okay,
The bay leaves stay green.
right. And I stick the
Olive
leaves in
leaves.
to see if they change colors.
I'm afraid.
Don't you have some?
Keep it.
I have some medicine.
It's not a
I have
poison.
skill.
You have some.
Alchemy supplies, yeah. Also,
Wait, take a look.
It's no known poison
Look.
to me.
I rolled 19.
Okay. It's.
Does it sound anything like the stuff that I make?
It doesn't. It.
Smells like almonds.
It.
It is not. It does not.
Oh, almonds, yummy. I put it in my coffee.
I like almonds.
Yeah. Bitter. It's not unfamiliar to you, but you don't know what it is.
It's urine. No.
Right, now you know what it is.
You know, it's because it's sterile.
It's female. It's hyena woman urine.
Ah,
Yeah, it's cologne.
doesn't taste that bad.
You're very familiar with it.
We can get marks for this.
He starts to howl.
What's there?
Well,
What's the
Oh,
difference between a
hashtag
hyena
it's
woman?
urine.
What is it? What's the difference between a hyena woman and a chickpea? Never mind.
you'll have to tell me that later. I want to see where
Wow,
this.
Yeah, I was gonna say, once we get on break, you gotta tell me the rest of that,
I
because I'm
definitely
curious
need to know the
now.
answer to that one.
So are these the types of things we can expect to
I'll put it away.
Well, look at it
come at us
this
in
way.
the evening?
Well, perhaps, but look at it this way. We went 2 whole days before we were attacked.
I feel blessed.
You should. Some caravans get attacked on their first day. And besides, we are none the worse for wear. None of our supplies have been destroyed or stolen.
Check out the weapons on the
Right,
other
we-
ones.
There was absolutely no possibility any of us could have been injured or killed out here in the middle
They're
of the
mostly low end. I
You
mean,
could
they're
die
serviceable, you can
From a
use
pot
them,
falling
but,
on your
they're-
head and vanish.
But it's unlikely.
Is it?
Yes.
I've seen people get hit with pots in the head. It's more likely than you think.
How many times have you seen this?
What's my line?
You mean on the stage where they do the theater?
20 times.
Well, you
Exactly
have to
20.
think about it. You're more likely to get hit by something normal than by something abnormal. So
Yes,
hot,
it is a bad.
then
No, you don't even
Okay,
get
Okay,
involved.
okay.
So we, I guess,
The 5,
drag the
6,
bodies
7.
off out of
Wow.
the camp, just to...
20, that's
20.
That's
If
an
there are
awful
weapons
lot.
that are worth
It is.
something, we'll just put
You,
those in the car.
Radishar should do something about all these falling
Sell
pots.
them at an
I mean,
oasis.
obviously, I mean,
Send
it's
them out
such
wounds
a
and all.
public health hazard.
You
That's
see-
Go back to the
Now,
wagon.
Keeman, on the other hand, we have rules and laws against such fallen pots. Reason why we have lasted so long as a great civilization, he's just going to keep trailing off. He's just going to keep trailing off as he walks away,
Yep, exactly.
knowing that he has flubbed his lie.
Mhm.
Yep.
I just.
You drag off the
And the Viper has spoken.
Drag the carcasses off.
drag the carcasses off into the into a safe spot.
I wonder what they taste like. Does anyone else wonder that?
No.
I didn't even wonder that for a second.
So it's,
Dog?
Just
Maybe we
get
should find out.
rid of their bodies.
It's
so
fresh.
nothing comes
It is
to
fresh. You don't throw away meat and water in the desert. This is survival 101.
I'm up for it, let's try it.
enough meat and water.
we have
don't
enough
need to
rations.
eat.
That sounds like someone who had the last words of someone before they ran out of meat and water.
Are we not a day from the fort?
Yes.
But this
We
ration,
have-
this is
still
fresh.
have-
Let's go ahead. Let's cook some.
You all can enjoy that. I'll let
Okay.
so.
No, I'll go with Capri. It sounds like it.
They were about to do the same to us. Only fair. We'd be looking at
That's the difference between them and us.
Thank you.
they're dead, and we are not, so we can eat them.
Do you know how they're
That's the
going to
opposite,
taste?
but not
They're
the
going
point.
to taste gamey and stringy because
How do
they
you
have
know?
very little body fat.
Well, that's what we'll find out. We're about to find out. We're gonna start butchering and eat the at least one of the hyena men.
Alright.
I am going to walk
probably
away
didn't see
with
that
Enema.
I didn't. They didn't either. Just make a I don't know, some sort of roll. Some sort of roll. Tell me what you roll.
It's poison,
This is
yeah.
Like a con roll.
Wait,
Yeah.
is this for eating it or this
Yeah,
is
for
for
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would say con.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm fine.
Are you gonna eat any of it?
Hell no.
No, me either.
18.
I mean, okay, you know, it doesn't taste good at all. It's really horrible. You might even like feel
It's delicious.
like
Do you want to try some?
Oh, well, you know what? I just filled up on rations.
I'm
I
very
mean,
good.
I
Thank
figured
you.
because you were having such a good time eating this
Yeah.
that I would just enjoy your share of the rations.
I don't
Yeah.
even enjoy this.
I had extra helping, and I did
Maybe
great.
Sabine had a
Thank
point.
you.
It's not.
No,
Smell what I
no,
thought
no.
it was gonna
It's
be.
an acquired taste.
right. It's if you're
You could
if
tell
you're
how
an
bad it was
ogre,
by the
you
smell
know.
of cooking.
Yeah, it actually smells foul. I've never smelled meat smell foul while cooking. That is quite a
Until now.
delicacy.
In
out
for a
there,
shekel, in
Pepe.
for a drop.
I'll toss them both some rations. Be like, when you're done being ridiculous about this.
No, no, it's good. Kepri is doing his best. He refuses to be wrong.
Someone's going to find this camp and be very confused.
Oh.
Hopefully not hyena men,
Yeah.
who then seek revenge against us, cannibals who killed their friends.
That thought hadn't even occurred to me. Kevin,
What
is
you-
that a possibility?
I suppose. I mean, takes another bite of gristle.
They probably come after you no matter what.
Yeah,
that's
so like,
fair, that's fair.
So like, I say, old fellow, why don't you eat our friends? Now we're going to come at you even harder.
Oh, my apologies.
That's how tight they talk
That's why they don't do a lot of it.
when they're cotillion. Right. So,
Kepri has had his fill of hyena.
and you have, yes, in more ways than one. We're going to take a very short break and come back in 10 minutes, and lots more to come. Stay with us.
Soon.
Have you thought about creating tabletop role-playing games? Join us on February 1st for the Adventure Game Store and Cafe RPG Escape 2020. It's a rare opportunity for you to learn firsthand from some of today's leading game design experts with real-world ideas for designing, writing, and producing tabletop RPGs. Ken Haidt, writer and designer for White Wolf's Vampire 5th Edition, as well as creative lead for Pelgrane Press, podcaster for Ken and Robin Talk About Stuff, and former writer for Wizards of the Coast and Steve Jackson Games. Al Mangold, co-owner of Green Ronin and Atomic Overmind Press, and former art director for Pinnacle Entertainment. Darcy Ross, Community Relations Manager for Monty Cook Games, former host for the One Shot Network, and event coordinator for Contessa. Henry Lopez, founder and creative lead at Paradigm Concepts, producers of the award-winning Arcanus RPG. Lewis Porter Jr., game graphic designer whose work spans numerous best-selling products found on Drive-Thru RPG and the Dungeon Masters Guild. David Floor, president and game designer of Mahi Gaming and Darklight Interactive. Rich Lescofair, co-founder of Alligator Alley Entertainment and lead creative on the Esper Genesis product for 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons, as well as writer and designer for the D&D Adventurers League and Wizards of the Coast. Eric Weiner, co-founder of Alligator Alley Entertainment, lead designer of Witch Hunter, The Invisible World 2nd Edition, and former partner at Paradigm Concepts. Chris Negaline, freelance writer for Alligator Alley Entertainment and community content producer for Monty Cook Games. The day will feature a full panel discussion with Q&A, breakout sessions, meet and greets, game signings, and even a gaming session. This one-day event at the Adventure Game Store and Cafe will be streamed at twitch.tv/ZealZaddy.
We're back.
All right, thank you very much for sticking with us. And if you had a chance to see next Saturday, the RPG 2020 Escape is going to be going on right here live. And in the studio, we're going to have a chance to meet firsthand Darcy Ross, Kenneth Haidt, Hal Mangold, Eric Weiner, all these fantastic people. With apologies to those that I don't mention right now, but you got a chance to see them on the promotion. These are really both influential and knowledgeable game designers and people who have a depth and breadth of information on how to get into not just into the gaming industry, but also on how to get your stuff published, on how to find resources to make your games better. And there'll be other stuff also. There'll be breakout sessions. And we're going to broadcast the whole thing right here on ZealZaddy, so we hope you'll join us between 1 and 5 or 6, I think, on Saturday.
1 to 5.
Yeah.
It'll run longer.
Sure. It's a bunch of gamers, right?
These things tend to.
So that's
No
gonna be
way
next.
it's ending. There's no way it's ending at 5.
Yeah, I doubt
No
it.
shot.
So, but it's gonna be cool to see all these folks, and we'll see you next Saturday, February 1st, and of course it'll be available on our YouTube for rebroadcast. So when last we left, you had just slaughtered, and some of you eaten the in the desert, and
Okay, Sabine, you're right.
I don't know what you're talking about. I saved some for later. I didn't save some for later.
your hyena jerky. Okay?
A little bit.
And so, your final day, if by Kepri's calculations, and you have been making good time, even that the encounter with the hyena man the night before, this is the camera right there. That's what it is. Okay. I'm wondering why. Can you see me? I'm sorry. This gives a whole new level of intimacy.
He gets the mug for the camera even harder.
Come with me, my darling, to the great Casbah. We will torture the Arabi together. So,
Well, are we gonna set up watches for that night, or like I don't feel like Sabine is going to sleep well.
Well, if you wish to take watch, by all means, but I assure you, one raid is enough for set
it's-
pack of hyena men.
And if it's any consolation, Atlas does not sleep at all that night. His stomach does not let him sleep.
Constantly getting up and out
He's
the
on
press.
watch.
He has balls revenge
Bleary-eyed
throughout the
watch.
evening.
Cursing Kepri the whole time.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
For what reason, though, friend?
He has Apep's revenge, Apophis' revenge. The snake of Apophis twisting through your innards as the evening. But anyway. But you did give new life to that old hyena, man.
Maybe wasn't the best choice.
On the plus side, you won't have to eat for another couple of days.
Maybe this elixir that they had would solve the problem with that.
Yeah, so so what did you determine were you able to determine what it was that they had with them?
Mm-mm. I wasn't able to.
No, it was.
It would not have been a liquor. It was too small. of a thing
You've
for
seen
water.
it. You've seen it before. I mean, or it was not. The ingredients were not unfamiliar to you, and you can probably.
Was it some
you
sort
can-
of healing tonic?
Could he use it?
It had some kind of You rolled like a 20 or something, right?
19.
Okay, so it has some sort of healing properties. It has some sort of curative properties.
Perhaps we can examine it further when we get to civilization, rather than guessing in the dark.
You rolled pretty well too, right?
She rolled.
Yeah.
She rolled.
So between the
Yeah,
two of
well,
you, you
then
know
natural
that okay. So you basically, it's an elixir
Healing tonic.
to an elixir to ease toxin to poisoning,
Interesting.
which could have a
I will
salubrious
keep that
effect on,
Whoa,
which could have a salubrious
Whoa, whoa,
effect
whoa,
I don't know.
on you.
Well, he's not poisoned
I'll get that
exactly. He's just
Food poison.
No, you're not using it for food poisoning.
actually.
Do not worry. I have already prayed to Keb Esnef, the god of intestines, to make sure that your passage is a smooth one.
I will
Yes.
fix something for him so that he will not be in.
Well, between my prayers and your elixir, he will.
Well, I don't pop. This is a chance to boil tea.
Hey, there you go.
Actually, a basil tea would help calm his stomach. Some basil.
I do have some herb, some healing stuff.
Please.
Last time I ate a hobgoblin. So I don't know if it would work for a hyena man though, but we did KO.
That wasn't the best choice.
It only worked when you had food poisoning from eating humans. That's why they have it.
It wasn't human. It's a big dog.
It walks like a man. Had fingers, sort of like a man.
Tried it, didn't like it. I won't do it again.
I think if we get attacked again, I'll give it another go and see if this was just a bad batch.
Bad batch of hyena man.
A bad batch of hyena men.
You do that.
It
I
needed
will.
something.
In the meantime, we should probably establish watches.
Very well. Though I must.
I'm gonna be awake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
Perhaps
there's no
Atlas
watch.
will be awake all night and we don't have to worry about it. He could sleep in the wagon tomorrow.
Yeah, he's sleeping. He can get in the wagon. It's a big deal with sleeping now.
The night passes without event, and in the morning.
I mean, besides.
The night passes.
He has-
For most of us, the night passes.
Right, Atlas has the night events, but the rest of you do not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talked me into it.
Kepri awakens first thing in the morning.
I'm sure that Poochie the Fowl also had a little bit to do with your experience, you know.
Oh, good boy. Did you sleep well?
Scooby-Doo the hyena
We
man.
pile up and
No,
head out in the morning.
Did not sleep well at all.
Oh, it
Today's
pains
a
my
good
heart.
day you're in the cart. You won't feel the movement of the camel.
Nice. That's good. Way to look on that.
Stay covered though. The heat will not help.
It will not. Do not worry, you will be fine.
I don't know how I know that.
How do I know that?
I just know that I think the heat would not feel good.
You're learning. My great experience
You're rubbing
and
this
intellect
off on
is
me.
rubbing off on all of you.
I might be able to survive an hour out here now.
I will make desert nomads of the lot of you.
No. Let's just get to this fort already. Some semblance
And
of civilization, even if it's Quranian, will do.
So we ride out.
And
Luckily, it's flat for us in the way from here to the fort.
everybody make a perception roll the next day.
Finally!
Well,
21!
Hey,
wow, you made a not terrible
fat
roll.
10.
I know, for
10.
26.
7.
Atlas, what did you roll?
12.
Atlas and Sabine, you notice somewhere off in the distance on a very high dune early in the morning what appears to be some sort of a group. It looks like a group of people on camelback. It's hard to tell. how many.
Capri, what's that?
That is
It's a
dune.
mirage again.
No.
It's a group of people on
Make
top of
make a perception roll
Over-
at a-
over
at a
there.
plus
In the group.
+5 advantage.
Oh, all of us or just?
Sure, if you want. Anybody that wants to.
I didn't need it. That's a 26 if it's got a plus
24.
5 on
Okay,
it.
sure.
24.
Yeah.
14.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure I'll figure it
You
out.
got something in your eye.
Well, of course.
That's some
You mean that dune right over there?
Yeah, over there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see it. So
Oh, that one.
Yes.
Looks like about a half
The
a dozen.
mirage.
Half a
Not
dozen.
everything is a mirage.
Are they on? They're mounted.
Yes. Some distance away.
Some visitors. Well, I say visitors, but we're all visitors to the Great Erg, are we not?
Yes, then let's hurry along so we're no longer
Should we
visiting
sneak
here.
between dunes and avoid them, or are we going?
Are they heading in the direction we are, or are they heading
They're
towards
not heading in
us?
any direction. They're camped on a distant ridge.
Oh, they're not
They're
moving.
camped, they're not stopped and
They're
looking
not
at us.
camped. They are
they're stopped.
stationary.
Oh crap.
Oh, we are being watched then.
But it's a distance away. Maybe they haven't seen you. Maybe they don't see you.
Is that the
I mean,
fort
you
over
see
there?
them.
No.
Is
So
it
there's a chance that if they're looking at you, they see you. But
Okay. Remind me, is it like a? Do I see like
yes.
carts
Sneak.
of any kind, or is it just camels and?
So right between the dunes now.
Doesn't float well.
Well, it'll be a little slower if we attempt to go sneak amongst the dunes. Or we can
Not be attacked again.
Well, neither would I, but I will acquiesce to the group's decision. We will be there in a day's time.
We'll be there a day later, you said?
A day's time if we continue on our current path. If we sneak, we will probably take a day out of our journey. Give or take. Assuming nothing's catastrophic happens. We have been quite fortunate the wagon or the ox has not died.
and you see them slowly disappear beyond that.
Ah, problem solved.
I doubt it.
Of course.
Probably have no more interest in us. We're too far.
Let's hope we're too poor.
Are we headed towards them?
Well,
In a cone of area.
yeah, in a
The cone of uncertainty.
sort of a circuitous manner, but not directly towards them.
If you divide the world up into back and forward, we are technically heading towards them. They're not behind us.
What time of day is this?
Near.
Early morning or
Yeah, it's
around wherever?
it's before noon.
That's how that works.
So I'm gonna be a little more paranoid than normal now that
Well, let us mind our manners, and we probably won't have any problems. Probably. Besides, we are a day's ride at most.
we're supposed to get there tonight.
Yes.
Let's go then. We
Today is the
some
day.
relative safety. As much as possible.
So, do you wish to take the long route that may provide us with a bit of cover? Or we will get there a day later. Or do you wish to continue the path we take?
I thought you knew what you were doing.
I do. I am giving you the options.
Let's just
How likely
continue,
are
I
we
think.
to be attacked if we take the long route?
Depends if they've seen us and if they tracked us.
I mean, how do you not track? We leave tracks all over the sand, don't we?
Well, yes, but that's because we haven't been trying to hide them.
Let's just continue.
Oh, there
It'll
we
be
go.
fine.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's just continue on.
We don't want to lose another day.
Oh, you don't want to spend another day here.
No.
I think we can handle ourselves quite handily.
Of course.
Nobody was injured in the last time, so we're in good
Oh.
shape.
You do keep that. Be careful with that. Overconfidence is one of the biggest killers out here.
Did you see those pictures I sent?
Yes.
I didn't set them up to show.
Okay. No stress. No big deal.
Do you want me to show them to everyone else?
I saw.
They can see it,
Okay, I see it.
but it's okay. It's don't stress it.
All right, then let us continue along the way. We will not hide our tracks, and hope in the spirit of brotherhood that we meet as fellow travelers and not as foes. So we'll continue along the way we're going. We're not going to try and hide ourselves amongst the dunes.
Okay.
Just full steam ahead, so to speak.
Right. You travel on. Everybody make a survival roll.
Ready?
What'd you roll, Arslan?
4,
4?
A dirty 4.
Dirty 4. You had to struggle for that 4.
14.
Okay.
Thought I was doing well. Getting better and better.
Okay. 7 speed.
19.
I rolled an 18.
Nice.
And I didn't even eat that crap.
Yeah. And you, you're not feeling particularly horrible. It's just, I mean, it's just-
I'm feeling pretty good.
I told you, I feel great. That hyena man was just what the physician ordered.
Started a little rough, but now I'm feeling a
I
little
don't
better.
think it was that. I think
It
the
was
toxins
the
was that
hyena
system.
man, delicious,
I agree.
full of
They worked
nutrition.
their way into my system.
The sun is
So.
terrible today. Can we just get to the fort, please?
We are going, are we not? Do you wish to push the camels further?
If they
Faster?
could take it, I would.
And it occurs to you that you are about a week away from Badashar. It's been a week since you left the city.
It seems like so much longer.
And
Seems like a year.
before, with the sun beginning to set in the distance, you see a structure built of clay bricks whitewashed against the heat of the desert sun, which you recognize as Fort Zayad.
Praise be to the gods.
Look, friends. Civilization.
Finally. Civilization.
Actually, got there a little earlier.
Would you prefer the way?
No.
We'll tell you whether it's civilization.
Well, there is a building made by the hands of man.
And you are all, it occurs to you also that as well as being 7 days west of Vadashar, you're also in Quranian Imperial territory.
Ah, yes. Another thing to mention. I'm sure you have figured it out now. We are no longer on Vadashar in sand, as it were. So
The sands of Vadashar.
we are in the Quranian Empire, so mind your manners especially.
I don't know what you're talking about. My manners are.
That is something you need to be careful of because manners are a.
They're culturally subjective.
Where's Lexides when we need it?
What does that mean?
Actually, I think Alexis is the last person we need here, to be honest.
It's fine as long as we do not make a mess of ourselves. We'll be all right. We'll probably not be beheaded.
Is there anybody? Is there a caravan or his sister's caravan? Or there's a group there?
No, well, this is a fort. I mean, so it's.
So everyone
so
would be inside.
chances are, you don't necessarily see any. I mean, you're a little distance away.
Oh, is this what we had seen before from the distance where people, like, on the walls of the fort? No? Okay.
No, those are just people on the dunes.
You said there are baths here?
Supposedly, yes.
Oh, that's hurry then.
But you've been here before. There's bathrooms.
Yeah. I know, but I like stringing it along, giving a little bit of a hard time.
Let's
It's not often I get to do this. I'm savoring every moment of this that I can soak.
We've noticed.
We head to the walls.
And as you head towards the fort, again, it's not a huge structure. It's a good sized building. It's not building. I'm sorry. It's a good sized outpost, you do see riders. That the gates are open, and you do see preceding you, riding in from the sands is a patrol of Quranian horsemen wearing white keffiyehs, their pointed helmets covered by turban.
Oh, fantastic. Soldiers.
Yes, the fort usually has soldiers.
Yes, Iranian soldiers.
Yes, usually has Quranian soldiers.
Here to kill and rape us.
No.
In that order.
No. Do not be rude, and you will not be killed and or raped.
I think I'm missing something about Quran if that's the case.
It is fine.
Oh.
We're here as guests. If they killed and raped everyone who came through their doors, nobody would come.
Were you not yet in Vadishar when they killed and raped their way through it 25 years ago?
Oh, you speak of Maddox and his bastards, or the result of his bastards.
Yes.
Where was I? I think I was in the Wastes, I believe.
I was a child then.
Yes.
Well, no, okay, no, I'm misremembering then.
It was 25 years ago.
It was? Oh, yes, then I was in the Wastes.
Small time.
Well, I didn't stay for long. I eventually came back home before I left for good.
And while we're chatting, we keep riding towards till we get there.
You pass through the gates, and within there's about a dozen buildings. It's well, actually, before
Pretty
you get,
minimal.
Are we
yeah.
challenged at the
Yeah, before you get to the gates, there are guards that stop. What is your business here?
We travel from Vadishar to make rest at Fort Zaid.
Well, you have come and you are here.
I would hope that I would be open. We would be greeted with open arms.
You are traveling beyond Fort Zayed?
We are not. We are here to meet a caravan group to guide them across the wastes proper.
Have you any weapons or any contraband that we should be aware of?
I'm an entertainer. I have nothing of the sort.
What kind of an entertainer are you?
A dancer. Singer. Storyteller.
And one of the guards says something to another guard, and he snickers. And the man that's talking to you shoots them a look.
Can I speak Quranian. Can I make an attempt to overhear it?
Yeah, sure. Make a perception roll.
Sure thing, boss man.
I'll speak right.
You do?
You get a 7. I'm paying attention to him.
Okay.
9.
Okay, you hear him say something lewd off the,
Yeah.
that you don't catch the whole.
Yeah, you can inferences can be made.
Yeah.
Yes, I am armed. Only my trusty Kopesh by my side. As I gesture to it.
No trouble within. It will be 1 siglos for each of you, and 1 for each of the animals.
Fair price for fair entrance.
You have to pay to go in to see.
This is how they make their money. Otherwise, nobody would stop in.
Oh my God, we could make so much money if we did that in Madison.
You could, but we don't for some odd reason. It's something to look into. Further down the line, when we have established ourselves and are not fighting for our lives in the city.
Okay.
So that's 1 for each of us and 1 for
Yeah,
them.
so you each pay to get get in and to enjoy the safety, and they tell you where the
The 12 buildings.
they tell you where the inn is and where to village your oxen and camels, and you would figure that the inn is where your sister would come.
Of course. Could you look after the animals, get them taken care of? I must say, if all right, I would like to step in to see if I can find my relation, my sister, my kid.
Okay. Atlas may want to go with you.
I'm sure he will. I asked him, but he needs to look after his the oxen. After all, he spent the most time with it. It's bonded with him. Kepri moves along as fast as he can.
So you go to put the seat of the ox
And the wagons.
and camels. Or just
the wagon. I had the wagon.
Oh, okay.
So I was going to take the
What do
wagon.
we do? Just tie them off to the posts or something around here?
That's stables or a corral where you.
They have
But you want somebody to. Oh yeah. It's a
some
fort.
cleaners on the
There's
company.
non-combatants. I mean, there's a garrison here, but then there's also people that provide services. There's an inn that's not owned by that's
Yeah,
provided.
there's got to be like a
And
little
there's-
orphan boy running around.
And there's stables that provide because caravans pass through here.
Will they refill the water? Here? Do they have a well or something?
Absolutely, everything for a fee.
Everything for a price.
Right, and
That's a price we should pay.
and you and also the oxygen. I mean, all these everything should be rested.
Yeah.
You know, all of your
Yeah, we take the
beasts
yoke
should
off, whatever the stuff's
Yeah.
on them, and let them
exactly.
be. And it
put legs
doesn't.
under them again.
And there's no when you get to when you get to stable the oxen. There's no other
Animals like that.
beasts camp right exactly. So
So the caravan's not here yet?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I figured I'd just go in to see. Try and head Atlas off at the pass, as it were.
how may I help you, my friend? Are you here to stay?
I suppose I am. Tell me, innkeep. Have there been any other traveler? Silly. Have you had many travelers recently? Within the night, you seem. The stables seem.
We have not had any travelers here for several days, my friend.
So I am early then.
You are expecting you are meeting a caravan here at the fort.
I am expecting to meet a caravan. An old relation, a long lost, long overdue. My companions and I just came from Vanishar through the Erg. So
It is a journey that is very commonly made to and from here, my friend. May I interest you and your friends in rooms for the night?
I'm sure they would love that. They have had their fill of the stars and sand.
Also, maps, where would those be?
Across the compound, thereabouts,
so much.
my lady. Yes, indeed. You may wish to check in with the commander of the fort, Karuna Bey.
Yes.
If you wish to, he may have information on the caravan. If you wish, my friend, I will see to your rooms.
Thank you, kind innkeep. I shall do that.
We'll catch up after the camels are taken care of by
Well,
boy.
we should make our presence known to the commander of the fort. I have seen the rooms are being seen to, and I take it the animals are being attended to as well.
They are.
We are, as you have no doubt figured out, early.
Yes, there are no other animals. I assume their caravan actually has animals too.
It would be a very wise assumption. Would be for as much as my home is famed for our use of how should we say involuntary labor, I do not think they will pulling a cart using slaves is the most efficient method. So we will let us. It's dark now.
Let's go see the commander.
Yeah, it's early evening.
Okay. Let us go see the see if we can catch the ear of the commander of the fort before you.
Couple of Kranian soldiers come into the common room of the inn, just talking to each other.
Again, mind your manners, and we will be fine. Well, let us see if we can catch the ear of the commander before.
I'm gonna stay in the inn and get something to drink.
Okay.
A glass of wine or
all who wish to accompany.
I'll go.
whatever type of beverage they have.
You, brother?
It's been a while.
you wish to, if you wish to avail yourselves of the creature comforts, then by all means.
Just kind of
I will not begrudge you that in the
Sabine
slightest.
should not be left.
I was actually
Without
going to say, I
action.
mean, I was actually thinking of taking a bath myself. I have sands in places that sand should not be.
Very well, then follow Sabine. You heard where the baths
You
were.
should thank Apophis for that.
Okay, you should thank Apophis for that.
Thank? Are you sure that's the proper,
You are not dead and wear bleached bones in the waist, are you not?
fair enough, but I thought that was, never mind.
I am merely a vessel for Lord Apophis. Guiding
Since
you
we all
safe-
are at this point.
Oh,
We're all his vessels.
I feel.
Especially Atlas.
Carry sand all over the world.
Of course. Let's go see if we can find him before he beds for the night and sups.
Just kind of listen to some of the conversations going on, see if
Sure.
I can pick up anything interesting.
They recommend a brown beer that they make here at the fort. That's very good, and it's good. It's got a rich frothy body to it.
Nice liquid bread.
Yeah, it's like Guinness, so you don't have to eat.
Right.
It's a dinner beer.
Yeah, exactly. And you hear the Coronian soldiers talking about make a perception roll. They're speaking Coronian. And for the edification of everybody who's tuning in, the common tongue of Zul is Khalifin, which would be the language of the Valley of Caliph, which is where Badashar is located, and then Coronian is the imperial language. What did you roll? Okay, so you hear them talking about how much the Mulazim is a tool. And by which you gather that's a military rank of some sort. And one of them also mentions that the innkeeper's daughter is a piece, but he wouldn't want to get into trouble with the Bey.
So a piece of trouble.
Possibly. That's what you hear. And the beer is pretty good. Give me a survival check.
6, 9.
Okay, it's okay. I just want to make sure you've had a delicate constitution so far. I just want to make sure that the beer doesn't disagree with you. Some local yeast thing in the hops or whatever.
Something, the four in the water,
Mixed with whatever little
Exactly.
remnants of that hanging in
The
there.
Oasis water, you
A
get
little
Ball's
water,
Revenge, so no, you're fine. But it's actually tasty, and you hear this conversation. And then the rest, Sabine, you were going to...
Yeah, we were both going to the bathhouse.
To get a bath, okay. And
And Sabine is also going to intrude upon his bath because she has no concern for nudity, and it messes with Anupam.
Right, and Anupam turns red in the water. He turns bright red.
Mind if I join you? Just starts disrobing.
I guess it's too late. Yeah, sure. I suppose.
It is common in Quran.
Define
for people to bathe
mind.
together. It is very common in Quran for people to bathe together. That's why the Hamun's baths are so large.
Well, you'll have to forgive me. I've spent most of my life in Gurdwara, so.
Where the word mind implies a choice.
Exactly.
And they don't bathe.
Hey, that is offensive.
Hey, I resemble that, Mark.
Madam.
DM question. Would I, given what you know of my history, would I have had the opportunity to learn Quranian?
Well, the short answer is yes. Do you have a free? I mean, what you're really asking me is, do you know Quranian?
Yes.
So the answer to your question is yes. The answer to the question you didn't ask is, do you have a slot to
That
take it?
depends. Is Venaran a dialect of Khalifin, or is it a separate language?
Good technicality.
Nice. Yes. You can always appeal to me on a logic and reason with that kind of argument. It's more of a local dialect of Khalifan, so it's more of a common.
So I would.
So
then.
you could speak Quranian, yes, I'm alright with
You know,
that.
she knows
Nice
Portuguese,
little-
but you know, like
like
speaking
it.
Spanish, so
Yes,
you know, she might
right.
be able to.
Exactly. Nicely done.
Since we're here.
Sure, no, I get it. So you guys are, so you take, and what about Kepri and?
We were going to seek out the fort commander to basically announce ourselves and ask for any info.
And who are you?
I am Ibn Kepri of the Kimit. I am here from Badashar, seeking info if you would be so kind to lend your voice for a moment. On a caravan, coming, holding a relation.
And you wish to speak to the commander of the fort?
I do, if he has a moment. If not, then we will come back another time. Slide the cash.
Really?
Hey, it's a border town. I'll slide a gold piece.
Derek?
I'll slide it, Derek.
It's for the police athletics fund.
Yeah.
It's not a bribe at all.
He makes it disappear. I'm sure Karuna Bey has much time to speak with you. I will let him know that you are here.
Oh, thank you. We will not take much of
The
your
two of you were there with him.
Yes.
Where are you?
I stayed
Oh, you stayed
in
in
to speak with the commander.
You do not have to, but it helps. I'm sure you're familiar with the term.
I totally am. I'm just
local
surprised
intel.
that you have to do it already.
I don't have to do it already, but we could be waiting here for a
There's so
while.
much beautiful profit in this place.
It is. It is. Like I said, I think once you get past all the sand and the creatures trying to kill you, you'd like it here.
I prefer Badashar.
Oh, no doubt.
There are more opportunities in Badashar than here, for sure.
Well, to be fair, we are literally on a border. So.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just waiting for the desert flowers.
Maybe you should be in the baths.
Yeah, seriously. It's been a week of hard road and
Heat,
desert.
sweat.
Yeah.
The
horrible
sweat
heat.
maintained inside your clothing.
Apophis' revenge.
I'm trying to get a little understanding of what's going on here. There's plenty of time.
Nothing's going on here.
Our bones.
We know
ache.
what's going on here.
Karuna Bey will see you.
Many thanks.
And he walks you into this fairly nice, nicely apportioned chambers, which have got a lot of pottery, ceramics, things that are more what we would consider touristy than nice. You know, it's like what might
Cheap tchotchkes.
cheap tchotchkes that somebody who thought that they were
You think it looks good.
right, exactly, but it's not necessarily. And you see seated at this table eating is a portly Quranian man wearing a uniform with silver and gold braid on it, and Sergeant Ibrahim says that you are here meeting a caravan.
Yes, what was the name of his name again?
His name is Karuna Bey. You could call him. I mean,
You can call me Sally, just don't call me late to dinner.
I mean, obviously, you can't go wrong calling somebody Your Excellency. In a pinch. But his military rank, he's the commander of the fort, and his rank and both title it would be Bey.
Yes, your honored bishop. We have just arrived from the Urg. We apparently have beat them by a couple days.
Better you than me.
Yes.
Nasty business, that waste.
Indeed, I took a few first-timers through. It was not so fun for them.
And this was your first time coming through?
What did he say?
He said was this your first time coming through? We must
Yes,
forgive my friend,
yes.
he does not speak the tongue.
Yes.
He's speaking in.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
been.
Oh,
okay.
I thought you were speaking Qurani.
Oh no, actually he does speak Quran. Yeah, you're right. He speaks Quran.
I get to play interpreter and lie my ass off.
Speaking stewardess, I speak jive.
Yes, he said this was his first time. Between you and me, he came across as a babe, but no one really counts that. He's a babe. Don't worry, you're doing fine. He's speaking. I was wondering, have you had any info about caravans coming or going within the last, would you say, month, week?
We have had the caravans pass through here. You would know, of course, that Drinaglia's caravan that would have passed through here probably however many days ago.
Yes. We've met him as he was just getting.
There was a caravan several days ago that passed through here. I can speak the language of the provincials, if you prefer.
That would be beneficial. I would appreciate that, although I don't want to offend you.
I'm not offended at all. This place was established, mostly to offend the Kuranaji nomads, but the Kuranaji bandits, but also to be of service to travelers through the waste.
What a great service it is.
It is.
My companions are head over heels in love with the place after their little excursion.
Perception rolls?
Yes.
19.
10.
So I basically described what the decor was.
Yeah.
Here. And also there's two large, and those portraits that, and there's nothing, you would definitely recognize this stuff as nothing, I mean, it's really chintzy, you know. I mean, some of it is okay, but it's mostly junk. It's not.
We pulled into the Turnpike Plaza.
That's exactly right. And this guy has bought the stuff that was on sale at the plaza to decorate his office. Right.
Florida snow globes.
Oranges everywhere, orange stuff.
Right.
Some of the stuff that fell off the camel.
And on the walls are these two murals in the Quranian style of a nobleman and a noble woman, and those are those two portraits I sent you. I wonder if I could show them online without. I have the camera. I have a camera
So that's
here,
what
right?
those were. That makes sense.
Could I hold them up to the camera? Is
I don't
that?
know if it'll come out.
Yeah, that's
Can you
Oh,
see
does
it?
it? Okay, cool.
So you see those two portraits? Can you see those?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see him.
So those are the two portraits of a, and they look like they've been up there for a little bit. There hasn't been a lot of public works money probably spent on.
May I make a history roll to determine whom they are?
You can make a history roll, yes.
I'll do that.
You can both make that.
15.
10 again.
So you can assume, because you can't, there's actually writing on the bottom that you can read. Right?
Yeah, I speak Quranic.
So, but you can't read, but you would recognize it as probably. Chances are it's probably sort of like in today if you go into like a federal building, they'll have a picture of the attorney general on the so it's probably the local nobleman, which would be, you made a history roll, right?
Yeah.
So they have the Quranians their provinces are governed by officials known as satraps. Yeah, satraps, right.
Or like warlords for the earth or something.
It's like the provincial governor, yeah.
Okay.
You say
And that city, and Dipatana, which is the province, provincial capital, is actually about a dozen days farther west from here.
Yeah.
You are in the.
We are in
very-
the sticks. We are in the borderlands.
Right.
So you have knowledge of the caravans that have gone, but no knowledge of any that have come. Or that are coming, correct? Nothing. I seek knowledge in the most. I suppose you would find it unusual.
Why would I find it unusual?
Well, as you may have ascertained.
You have not sparked my interest, mind you, but you have my attention.
As you have no doubt ascertained from my appearance, I am a son of son of the serpent. And as you know, there's not much travel from Old Kemet.
Well, the satrap says your money spends too.
Yes, and I am thankful of his enlightened ways. However, there is.
And he looks on the. Actually, when he says the satrap says, he makes physical reference to the portrait murals.
There are fewer dog men along the route now. Hyena men.
Come across a pack of those beasts,
Yes.
did you? Well done then.
Yes.
You have my gratitude.
Only doing our part to keep the path safe.
And ourselves alive.
That is a bonus, to be sure.
A happy consequence of the event, indeed. May I offer you something to drink? Tea, perhaps?
I could use
Certainly.
I could use a bit of tea. It has been some time.
You have not. You are meeting a caravan,
I am.
so you did not bring anything with you. He
Oh.
says with
we
obvious disappointment.
we have a few supplies, and we do act out of character. We do have the rewards from saving the water hole.
Right, you were given some stuff from
We have a
them.
few things that we'll bring you a couple things.
We also have an
We
entertainment.
have some nice things. And we have entertainment. We have a singer
Entertainment.
and a dancer.
Well, now that is
I hear she tells the greatest jokes. I hear as well.
that is a hunt of a different sort, then, isn't it? Why don't you bring your friend and she's a woman, you said, yes?
Yes.
Last we checked.
And
I've never checked, but I'm
She's,
making assumptions.
a matronly woman, is she?
Will you describe her as a matron?
No, not even remotely.
About
What
24.
describe-
No. She
No.
is
He's
not.
asking you if she's old and ugly.
I know. Like, why would he even think that? Who travels that way? I've never. No.
No, she is
She's
about.
young and beautiful.
She is young and beautiful.
The
Ah,
kind you would prefer, I would imagine.
I should think so. Well,
Are there a lot of matronly singers, dancers?
no. I was just asking you a leading question.
God, I was about to be disappointed in your fort.
Sergeant Ibrahim. Yes, Commander. Tell the innkeeper to send his wife around with some more victuals for my guests. We are going to have some entertainment.
Unbeknownst to our entertainment.
Ah!
He's currently just chilling in a bathhouse right now.
I can
All according to plan.
use. So what do you recommend here as far as the food in the end? What is their best food?
They have a very well-stocked larder and enough livestock to keep travelers well fed here. You'll find something that you like.
It is a very.
But keep your hands off the innkeeper's daughter. I have a strict a strict agreement with him.
Will do.
I ask you, humble bay, if you hear any news of a caravan of Kemish coming in, either by messenger bird or runner, please seek me out at the inn. My sister is amongst them, and I have been separated for some time, and I long to see her. I'm sure you know how hard it can be to be.
You will not be here when your friend is entertaining?
I will be. I can be.
You'll be here.
No, we will be here. I just asked that
We'll be in
if you
here.
hear any news, we intend to wait until they arrive.
If I hear news, you shall be here when I receive it. Why don't you go and bring your friend back here, and I will make sure the sergeant provides enough food and beverage for you and your companions.
We will fetch her at once. We gotta go find her right now. You're gonna tell her.
That's good.
I am not going to be anywhere in the vicinity.
That she has a bodyguard and not a problem. We'll have to let him know too.
Yes. It's not
That's not what he was talking about.
I understand
Friend.
Make another
talking
perception
about.
roll.
Friend, I have just given Sabine the taste of civilization
A
after
couple of more Coronians.
3 days in the wastes. I know when there's a creature, I think it is a mongoose or something. It plays with the snakes. What I'm trying to get at here is, I playfully darted and nipped at her heels. I am not about to go in for full tilt, so to speak. I wish to see my hide for one more day.
While I go to see Sabine and Anupam, you should talk to Atlas about avoiding the innkeeper's daughter.
I will. You know that is a very good idea.
It may be too late already.
And that is a very good idea. I will see to it. We will meet back up later. Please make sure that if you need to pry her with liquor, give her take from my pouch. Take as much money as needed. Whatever you need, just make sure she is less angry at me. I'm going to go take care of our other
I
issue.
will not throw you under the cart.
That is good. You need me to get back.
Go take care of Atlas.
I will go take care of
find
Atlas.
Sabine at the bathhouse. Do
Yes.
you know where that is?
I believe it was around the corner right over there.
I'll have somebody on the way.
Yes.
I'll have
How's the
somebody
beer
on way.
today?
Outstanding.
Says a Coronian soldier to you.
And I don't say that in Korean. Did he speak in Korean? Or in the common?
No, he says it in Coronian.
I'll pretend like I don't understand.
No.
What's that?
Do you speak Coronian?
I did.
Okay.
How do
He, and
is
then
that go
he,
to get into the bar fight or avoid the bar fight?
Can't you hear me?
Did you say this in common?
Coronian. Oh, and then he switches, and then he says in common to Khalifan,
Gutturally.
I thought you understood me. And he just turns away and calls the innkeeper over.
Gotta get to safe spot, safety real quick.
Something to drink, Mulazim. Yes, I'll have some wine.
Gotta warn it. Making my way down.
Keeper's daughter yet.
And where did you go?
To the find the bathhouse.
Okay.
He's
Make
gonna
it-
tell Sabine the good news that she'll be working tonight.
Exactly.
Make a perception roll. You. Arslan.
Probably not 9.
Okay.
There's just
So you get to the baths, and you see that they are, and the baths are nice, by the way. It's heated, and Sabine is chatting to Anupam, and Anupam looks very uncomfortable.
Autopomp!
He looks like he's
I'm
actually it's a circular bath, but he's managed to actually find the corner.
There's only the 2 of them in the bath.
Yeah.
Sabine, on the other hand, is actually she's facing the edge, and she has a smile on her
Autopomp.
face, like she never wants to leave the bath.
Right. Yeah, it is a very comfortable
Autopomp,
bath.
I'm here to help you out tonight.
Okay, how so?
Can you let Sabine know that the commander of the guard wishes to be entertained?
He's passing it on.
And you
pass. Pass the shekel.
But I say where she can hear it. Where it's like, so,
Just
but
give me a
you'll
second. I
you'll
gotta.
probably need to.
I just want to soak this moment in for a
Literally.
second.
You have to go as like her security.
Oh god. Okay, sorry. On a pop.
My apologies, Sabine.
For what?
I don't wish to offend you or anything.
Why are you offending
So
me?
why don't you tell her?
I think I just did.
Oh.
What's her reaction?
How is she handling
Oh,
it?
I can hear him?
I mean,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
not,
I don't
I'm
need to
assuming
hear
you're not
that.
too far away from me, to be honest.
Austin, did you just say that I am working this evening?
Oh.
There was a conversation with the commander, and I mistakenly said you are not matronly as an entertainer, and he requires entertainment.
That's
And because you're not matronly, it is... He is interested in you not staying in the bathhouse all evening.
And what exactly is he expecting in terms of entertainment?
Well, we said you danced, and you sang, and you told stories.
Jokes.
And jokes. Oh my gosh.
I
Pepper said you tell
do
jokes.
not
I don't
tell
even.
jokes.
I don't think I've ever heard you say a joke.
Who's there? Oh, actually, the
it's
three.
just boom, boom, boom.
I'm making my way over
You're not-
there.
Yeah,
You,
he's not
so the two of
He-
you
he
make a
is currently-
both of you make an insight.
Oh yeah.
He is what?
No, the two of no.
Oh.
That's a natural one.
18.
Okay. Well, that's perfectly in keeping with the motif. So anyway, carry on. I'll plan it organically.
Okay.
That's what she said.
Made it to the end.
But the bathhouse will probably be open tomorrow also. I suspect.
Sabine rises abruptly.
I apologize though for this. I wish that there was a way
From the
we
water.
could avoid it.
You do get the sense, by
like
the
this
way.
now.
You do get the sense, by the way, that Sabine, beyond her usual, let's say, cantankerous delivery. That's another way of saying it. There's something underlying about her. It's not just an inconvenience. There's something. You get a sense that if you didn't know any better, you'd say she doesn't like the Coronians.
I kind of have a feeling about that already.
Okay.
Just when we walked in, there was definitely a
Conversation about Maddoxes and his bastards.
yeah.
So, but anyway, so
So I made my
you-
insight check a long time ago about
Okay,
that.
I got you. So you get dressed, right? Okay, so or you get out of the thing. What do you do on phone?
You should go with her
Yeah. I think
as
you're
her
right.
security. She is an expert entertainer and needs to be guarded.
You're not wrong about that. All right.
You also know that the commander has also made an edict that nobody can mess with the innkeeper's daughter. There's got to be a reason for that, you know. Well, I mean, it's a garrison of 80 Coronian soldiers, so there's probably
yeah.
Oh no, he's pulling on that thread, making sure
Right,
that he
that's what
doesn't.
he's doing.
Yeah.
He'll go deal with that.
I didn't hear about that.
Well, that's
You will in a
what-
moment.
Yeah, you will in a minute.
You will a moment after it's too late.
Oh, let's hope not.
Open door, she tavern.
Why are you out of breath? Sit, have a drink.
Wait,
This ale is fantastic.
is Sabine here?
No,
Oh, good. Okay.
I think they went to the bathhouse.
Oh, good. If you see her before me, let me know. And also don't say anything.
And what am I supposed to do? Pull another chicken out of my ass? You hear from in the kitchen. It's a female voice saying that.
Oh, yes, that reminds me.
In Coronian or
No, it's
You did not plan for this instance, did you?
wow. It's such a minor. I don't really give a shit that I really didn't think about it. I guess they're kind of local. No, you know what?
They're an innkeeper. They know at least know the trade. don't they?
Well, no, there's
languages.
no doubt. So, but I'm saying, what will be their natural? What will be their
Right. How they talk normal.
their normal tongue with each other? It's probably Coronian. I don't know that they're Coronian though. They're probably actually Kuranaji. Anyway, something that you most. Do you speak Coronian?
no.
Okay. Who was there?
Oh,
well,
just
that's who you
just
did.
these two.
Yeah, so you both hear it. It's in Coronian, but it's in a Coronian pidgin.
I wrap my arm around him as closely as possible. Listen very close. I heard it. You heard it. If that's the innkeeper's daughter, you are not to touch the innkeeper's daughter.
Says who?
Says the lord of this place, with all the soldiers at his command. Now, I don't need to remind you, this isn't Madashar. There aren't a lot of places to run and hide except for out there.
Got a point.
Indeed.
I'm sorry, my dear. What am I supposed to do? He's the commander. He wanted more food. He's going to have guests. They're having a party over there or something.
Also, we're going to go to a party.
Is she pretty?
I don't know. I haven't seen her. That doesn't matter. What does it matter if she's pretty or not? We're not. She's Sarcosanct. We are not to touch her. You're not to touch her, specifically. Also not to touch someone else that will not be mentioned at this moment.
Go, my dear. Just go. Bring Martise and go bring the food.
Also, I will not be joining this party, or if I am, it
I'll
will be
look
very
towards the
delayed.
kitchen, just to see.
You see the innkeeper and a woman about his age who looks really, really good, but probably not his daughter.
That's his wife. I can't wait to see what the daughter looks like.
I will strangle you and leave you in the desert for the vultures to find. I swear this thing will... Your bones will be scattered to the four corners of the waste. I can survive out there. Can you?
And the innkeeper and his wife come out and they begin taking some things out from various pantry cabinets, and she looks really, really good. And the innkeeper goes off and she sees you and she smiles and gives you a wink.
You didn't say the innkeeper's wife was off limits.
How much do I got a cockblock here, man?
100%.
That feels like I'm gonna have to. I gotta do bad
All the way.
things. Just drop drinks everywhere. Like, oh, excuse me. If I have to start a bar fight, I will start a bar fight.
It's not my fault that they find me attractive.
It is your fault when you reciprocate. And then it becomes your fault. Listen,
But you can't defend. No, I can't.
Who am I to deny them?
you know what? You're right. Please, go. Read the.
Just sitting here. Would you like that? We can order you a drink. Would you like something?
It's very good. I recommend the ale. It was very good.
It's very. I am a good parched.
Innkeep.
Would you like another beer, my friend?
But on to other matters, have you learned anything? One time you've been here?
Sorry. Arslan, what are you and Anupam doing?
Well,
I'm helping them all
currently,
get
I'm getting dressed.
up and
evidently,
dressed and whatever else that they need.
And I'm going to
What are
accompany
you
Sabine.
doing? Well, Sabine has gone to go get dressed and get her
I'll
thing.
turn and go.
Right, well, I mean,
I'll escort her out then. If she's going to leave that quickly, I'll make sure that this city, this
And,
little
evidently
port doesn't
I'm-
seem particularly safe for any of us here.
I've been on the road for a while, haven't we?
Another point in my favor.
well, I mean, as soon as she finishes getting dressed and everything and she gets ready to go, evidently, then I suppose I'm accompanying her to this, wherever she is, she's supposed to be going.
So, Arslan, what were you going to do while she's getting dressed?
I'll go wait at the door and keep an eye.
Okay. Well, that's so
Get ready.
it's with Anupam.
We'll both escort.
Okay.
Common chatter amongst the guards, just talking about their dislike for the superiors.
You know, it is funny. No matter where you travel, some things they seem to stay the same.
This is very true.
When Sabine comes out, she doesn't really have any makeup on. Her hair is just kind of bare.
Okay.
Her,
She's not putting out her A game.
Right.
There's not a lot of effort here. I mean, she looks fine, but
She looks
you know.
fine. But
Yeah, I mean, she looks nice, but
Yeah.
like she doesn't
right,
particularly look like a professional entertainer.
right. She looks like a professional entertainer on her day off.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see you wearing your emotions on your sleeve today.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You've had
Very little time to
Concerns
get
with-
ready. Come, let's entertain your Coronians.
You wish me to be a backup singer?
That's quite alright.
Don't forget your stick.
I always have to stick. Staff.
Keep doing it to you.
I keep,
He's doing it.
he does it so much that even I'm messing up.
Actually, just put the veil here and
So you get back to
Standard
the
kind of
commandery,
buildings.
and the sergeant brings you and Karuna Bay's
So where are the others at?
I believe they've gone up to meet the commander for the party.
Actually, we should run by the inn first to get the rest of everyone so that we go in force.
I think they are either coming for us or we will have to make our way up soon. Or not.
Actually, escort her, I'll get the rest.
Arson, do you know how to drum?
You mean 2 sticks on a piece of wood or something?
No, drum.
I could probably do that, sure.
Never mind. I don't
Actually, you know what? I do know how to drum. I'm sorry, I would. Because
Yeah.
it's my heritage.
That makes perfect
For
sense.
sure. Yes.
Very well, if you would drum for me. I would appreciate it.
Do you have a drum?
Yes?
Oh, excellent. Okay. Yes, I'll drum for you. I'll be there in a few minutes. I want to gather the rest.
So have you seen the innkeeper's daughter? What's all the fuss about?
I don't know, but I'm willing to believe it has something to do with the fact there are 80 armed men on the border with nothing to do.
That's none of my concern.
It is, well, it's probably what's been the big fuss about the innkeeper's daughter.
Well, that pertains to the Coronians, so not us.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, the fact that the local
Take your time walking.
leader
You see them chatting.
has orders against fraternizing with the innkeeper's daughter says something.
We're supposed to go see the commander. He wants to see the entertainment. And
It is a long story. My name is not to come up at any time in this story.
And stay away from the innkeeper's daughter. Like, it is a command. It's a command.
Another one! Did you see his wife? Look.
I don't want to look. I saw it, I'm sorry I looked now.
Is she not gorgeous?
She's
Yes,
beautiful,
but-
ravishing, but
This is a very dangerous place at the moment because of those concerns. And for whatever reason, particularly because of the innkeeper's daughter, who the commander has an agreement to keep
Her virginity
everyone's
intact.
hands off.
Yeah.
And lips. And
Many
other
things.
things. But let's go make sure that Sabine is protected in her entertaining.
you know, it's not Sabine that I am concerned for at the moment. Capri hurries off.
My bad drumming. It's
I don't think I've ever heard you drumming, so I can't really pass judgment on you.
I drum as well as I play that game.
Okay, so you're passable at best.
I'm the only one who beat you.
So
One time does not mean the end of it. Thank you very much.
It is when it's the only game you play.
Well, then we'll have to play
this is
more.
going to be some sort of private party or something.
Yeah.
Seems like it. The food is on the way. I think they're probably scrambling to get the food over there or something. He seems very
He's very
requiring things to move quickly. I'm not exactly sure why.
show of culture, not something that you need to prove out here. Not that I speak from any
We
experience.
should not keep them waiting.
No, we should not.
Sabine and Anupam are already on their way.
Yes. Let us
I
make our
told them to
way.
walk slow, but they can't walk that slow.
There will be free food and drink up there.
And they're waiting for you outside the fort's the commandery when the three of you approach. And entering, you see that the innkeeper's wife and daughter, who is really, really beautiful, are bringing in several trays, and one of them is pushing a cart that has got roasted vegetables on it and various foodstuffs on it. And going into the room where Karuna Bay is. Make a perception roll, Atlas.
I was going to say, before we actually go in, I'm actually going to kind of pull Sabine aside and have a little, just kind of talk to her real quick.
Okay.
Heart-to-heart chat.
17.
I realized that you were very much looking forward to your time at the bathhouse. I get that.
Yes.
And this was just majorly inconvenience to you.
Mm-hmm.
You could always just say you're not feeling up to it. You realize that, right?
It's fine. I'm a professional.
Sabine, after my loss,
Taking in the full measure of mother and daughter.
after my loss at the arena, you patched me up very well. You took care of me, and even when
We're
I
trying to
was
catch your
going through hard emotional times as well, you were also there for me. So I feel at the very least, I owe it to you.
At least
To be
say
there
it's
for you
all right
right now,
before we
and I tell
leave,
you
so
that
we
if
can
you
get out.
feel like you
We
can't,
at least have the
don't want
opportunity to
to.
chase rather than
I
capture.
feel like you need to.
I appreciate the words, but it's fine. I can dance a bit and leave.
I'll be watching your back regardless.
Thank you.
That's it.
I feel safer in the waist. I want to go back to the waist. I know everything is trying to kill me there.
Everything's trying to kill you here.
I'm sorry, what's going on
It's
there?
just different.
Nothing. I just long for the simple creature comforts.
Like the creatures.
I do.
The comforts, not so much the creatures, though. The perception roll that I had you make was you saw those two mural portraits as you were brought into, as the sergeant brings you into, the crime sergeant brings you into Karuna Bay's chambers. You see these two murals, and you recognize the woman as the portrait as a representation of Zenobia Hadrianus, who is, as you know, the wife of the satrap.
No.
What?
Do you
The
know?
woman in the painting?
Do you know her or know her?
Yes and yes.
Comforting. Don't bring that up.
Guests, come, please sit down. And is this your friend, the entertainer?
If things go bad, then bring it up.
Well, so far so good.
Seems to have reference.
Yes.
Part of my charm.
I'll settle in behind the drums that she brought.
Sit down and make yourselves comfortable.
I will try.
Actually, I won't settle in yet. It looks cool. It sounds like we're going to be waiting.
Whenever you're ready, my
I'll settle
lord.
in behind the drum.
Hot for a teacher who gets to play. You name me a better starting drum solo and I'll tell you a liar. Maybe something by Rush. Maybe.
Oh, rest in peace, Neil Peart, man.
Before we begin, I raise a glass to His Imperial Majesty the Padishah and Emperor.
Uh-oh.
To the satrap of Dipatana.
Okay.
May they live a long and prosperous life.
And so begins the weakening of the party.
Nicely said. What do you have for us, girl?
I'm going to dance for you, my lord. Please, begin the drumming. So with the drumming, she does the zills, belly dance.
I've never actually seen her dance, I don't think, have I? I don't
Oh,
think
yeah.
I've ever seen you
Oh,
entertain.
yeah, that's right. No, I never have.
Funny how that works.
It's the first for all of us, I think.
She's a really good dancer.
All I'm
Dance not right
thinking is I
now.
hope she doesn't.
Her heart is not in it, but
All I'm thinking is I hope she doesn't assassinate anybody while she's doing this. Because that's what she seems to do.
Make a perception roll to see if you see where the fan is.
she did bring fans with her. Yeah, she does.
19.
She's Zills are these little finger symbols. She does that and dances, and her hips are very fast. And she has, feather fans, dances with those. She sings and, tells stories through, and, while she's singing and dancing and all that.
And food is served, beer and wine flows. You can see that the Karuna Bey, the commander of the fort, seems to be having a good time enjoying himself. And in addition to him, you see there's a few of his sergeants. He introduces his second in command, the Mulazim, Lieutenant Fuad, who was the fellow that
Came into the
right.
common room.
And he sees you, and he.
Oh no.
Sabine shimmies, or places her body in between them and shimmies
I'll take this.
right in his face, kind of thing, like a belly dancer.
And he's like, yes!
Gives you a look. Like, what are you doing now? Kind of look.
Oh boy.
Shimmies, in front of Karuna Bey.
I'm only her bodyguard, pal. I'm not helping you.
Oh, yes! I like that. Wonderful.
Does the shoulder shimmy, all that,
And he, his sort of fun look sort of takes on a more leering tone to it.
She shimmies over there now.
Stop it. You're doing too good.
And we're back to
Let's shimmy. Let's shimmy.
Everybody make a perception roll.
Yeah. 19.
21.
I rolled 19.
3. I'm too busy.
What'd you roll?
Oh, me too? Oh,
Yeah, you.
sorry. Thought it was just dancing. Ooh, natural 20.
Ooh.
Oh!
So pretty much everybody except Peppery.
No, actually the natural 20.
Oh, okay.
As you're making your way around and seeing what the next hot spot is to sort of put out, you hear a shout, followed by a ding, 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 somebody ringing a bell.
And no one else seems to notice this?
Well, everybody else
Mine was in
knows.
the 20s.
I'm gonna say.
I rolled a 19.
Well, you're the first. You're the one that hears.
Oh,
it.
okay.
You had the
But everybody else
Right.
hears the. Well, you hear the shout first, and then everybody else hears the bell going off.
I look at the guards. Are they rousting?
And Karuna Bey says in Quranian to his second in command, "See what it is, Mulazim." And the lieutenant gets up with a sort of inconvenienced expression on his face, right?
Huff.
Right, and goes.
I keep playing though.
Okay.
I don't know what their bells and stuff are for. I'm assuming, but
What's going on?
I don't know. I hear bells, but that's beyond it. That's.
Oh, now that you mention it, I hear them now too.
And there is presently the Mulazim returns and he says, "A caravan arrives, Karuna Bey. Well, or parts of one."
What did they say?
He said something about a caravan arriving, or survivors of one at least.
What do you guys do?
I'm sure it's. I'm
I
sure
have
it's
no idea
not.
what they said. I keep playing.
I keep dancing.
Something going on, your honored Bay.
I suppose we should see. And he
I stop.
I curtsy.
You see that something is apparently going down, and the three sergeants who were seated there, who were also guests there, they were all clearly focused, looking directly at you. They also appear to be nonplussed and inconvenienced by this, and but they get up and follow the bay out to the courtyard. What do you do?
I will follow the bay. If no one tries to stop me.
Do you need?
I went back to the inn. I'm done.
Okay.
I
Who wants to
danced.
let her back to the
I'm
inn, or at
watching-
least
I'm
towards
watching her
it,
back
so that we
from
can
the
see
night.
what activity's happening out.
Okay.
I'll bring up the rear.
I'll scoop up your drum and make sure we don't leave it.
No, I took it, but I'm out of here. I'm not coming back.
I'm gonna escort her back. Just keep me apprised of what happens.
Okay. Wait, where were you going?
Well, I was escorting Sabine back to the inn, pretty much, but
He was bodyguarding.
yeah, doing my whole.
I think that was a good thing with it.
The package is
Whatever
on the
happened,
move.
it probably
The
did.
package is on the move.
Eagle has left the nest. Eagle has left the nest.
I'm glad
Sabine
that
has left the building, and she ain't going back in.
Nope.
They got us out without worse.
Forgive me if I don't share your optimism. I have a unsettling feeling about this.
Let's go check.
That's what I say this as I'm walking. I'm like out the door saying this, following the contingent.
Okay, and you make it out into the you make it to the or you go to the courtyard of the fort, and you do see that the gates, which had been closed after sunset, not long after you arrived, the gates have been thrown open, and there's about a half a dozen camels, probably about a dozen people. I guess okay. So actually, about half a dozen camels, about a dozen people, most of them on foot, and make a perception roll, Kepri.
Oh boy.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, good idea.
Yes. I think I'm starting.
Change up the dice.
I think I'm starting to figure out which gets the good roll.
Big money, no whammies. Oh, there you go.
19.
So, Kepri, you recognize at least two of the people there. You recognize one of them is, his name is Ilderim, and he is a caravan master. He's a half Kiemish caravan master. You know him from the old country. You also recognize a guard captain named Manetho.
The random Manetho. A look of realization flashes on Kepri's face as he pushes his way through. Ildurim! Ildurim!
Who is that?
It is I, Kepri Ibn Kepri.
Kepri?
Kepri! As I rush forward. What happened?
The caravan was attacked. Your sister, she was taken.
Taken!
Oh.
And that's where we're going to stop.
Let's turn into a rescue mission.
We'll be back next week. Thanks very much for joining us. We hope you had a good time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.